Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, King Engine of One Punch Man. Chapter 41. King, don't underestimate me, I am not much weaker than you. Sonic roared, struggling to jump, and smashed towards Wang Feng with a sullen face. Well, what the hell is Sonic doing? I have already apologized, and you are not injured. Do you need to look like you are trying to fight me? And you are like a girl all over you. Oh, does this guy have polio? Wang Feng watched in amazement as Sonic trembling and jumping towards him like Jiao Si was dancing. Puff puff, the sound of a few sharp weapons came into the flesh. After finally overcoming the paralysis with perseverance, Sonic, who jumped up with great difficulty, raised his katana to fight for dignity, but after another stare by Wang Feng, his whole body suddenly stiffened, and his body that had just felt a little was quickly paralyzed. Submerged. He tried to control his body, but it was useless. No matter how hard he tried, he still couldn't prevent his body's consciousness from being deprived of mysterious power step by step. I can't admit defeat, I want to fight back, fight back. He roared in his heart, trying to control his body, but he was like a frog in a pan. No matter how hard he struggled, he couldn't jump out of the frightening oil pan. Gradually, he gave up. The power that he could not resist no matter how hard he struggled made him despair and made him succumb. Okay, so weak, so powerful, so terrifying. His eyes were dull, his face was gray, and his heart was overwhelmed with despair. The courage to fight against the king had already disappeared. His body slowly fell backwards. Is this the strength of the strongest man? Haha, he has two eyes, it completely defeated me. What kind of power is this? Just a look in my eyes made me unable to move. Oh, ridiculous, ridiculous, I am such a ridiculous person. I thought that my strength could be comparable to that of King. The strength of the ninja that I have practiced for decades cannot resist even a look in others' eyes. My strength is so weak that it is not as good as a look in King's eyes. Ha, it's ridiculous, ha, ha ha, ha ha. Tears flowed slowly in his eyes. My heart is so tired, I want to just lie down and fall asleep. Never wake up again, never face the cruel reality, never face the horror again. King. What is this kid Sonic doing? Self-high. Well, it's alive like a porcelain. Wang Feng knew nothing about what happened to Sonic, so after seeing Sonic's weird behavior, his heart was full of confusion. Oh, this kind of look again, is it pity or contempt? Oh, I understand, how can I be in the eyes of King? I'm afraid they just treat me like an ant. Sonic's eyes were red and tears rolled. Hee, what a feeling of powerlessness, what a ridiculous fact. Hard work for decades can't be better than King's eyes. There is a world of difference between his strength and me. No, I was wrong. What right do I have to compare with King? I'm afraid I can't even compare with the dust on his body. Hey, why is Sonic crying? I didn't do anything to be sorry for him, right? Wang Feng looked at Sonic, who was in tears and surprise. Well, looking at his appearance, he seemed to be broken in love. Yes, it's the feeling of losing important things. Could it be that Sonic, this kid, is really broken in love? That's why it's so easy to get angry when you feel uncomfortable. Head, all our ice needles are blocked by that kid again. What should we do now? After Lang Feng and others saw Sonic's situation, they were immediately dumbfounded. You can block one wave of ice needles, but you actually fight against yourself to block the second wave, which is too much. The killer commanded his hand to hold the eyeglasses tightly, staring at Wang Feng and Sonic. His face was red, purple, blue and green. After a while, he slammed the eyeglasses to the ground, cursing. Said, "Go and assassinate King. Lousy quit." 3 assassinations were meticulously planned. The first one ended in the dark night, the second one ended in a blood stab, and the third. The plan was perfect, but it seemed that even the heavens were helping the king, letting King escape with luck again and again. In addition to their murderous intent, they also lost 2 elite killers, the poison needle and the slingshot. This job is really impossible. Otherwise it feels like we will be played to death by God. Head, then we withdraw. The killer command gritted his teeth and glanced again at the king, who had suffered heavy losses from the Want killer group, and the hapless Sonic, resolutely leading his remaining few assassins to give up the task of assassinating the king. From beginning to end, Wang Feng had never known the existence of the Want killer group. Well, all this is nonsense. Why can the gap between people be so big? Why can't I even match the eyes of King? Why is the same human being, and King is so powerful? Why? Sonic had a decadent look on his face, his eyes were absent, and the corners of his mouth twitched slightly, like a smile but not a smile, like a cry but not a cry, completely falling into a certain mode of collapse, unable to wake up. Wang Feng shook his head and sighed, "Hey, where is the end of the world without fragrant grass? Why do you have unrequited love for a flower?" "Hey, no, the grass represents men and the flower represents women. Isn't it the correct meaning of, stop liking girls and get involved?" "Sorry, I actually persuaded Sonic to engage in base, will he take it to heart?" "Well, maybe he fell in love with Saitama and killed him later from me. If it is true, then it would be embarrassing." "Well, is King going to kill the killer?" Hill saw Wang Feng staring at Sonic, and he was shocked. King had a history of killing the killer. He had no doubt that King would kill the killer in front of him. However, the killer had lost his ability to act. It was the arrest and interrogation. How can you kill at will if you have a great opportunity? King must be stopped. He took a deep breath and was about to push the car door and rush over to save Sonic. However, as soon as his hand hit the car door handle, Wang Feng suddenly turned and walked towards the death weirdo, letting him breathe a sigh of relief. I took it back and continued to observe the developments. According to the last video recording, there was more than one killer. Therefore, he did not want to expose his traces as a last resort. He had to stand by and arrest the killers one by one and interrogate them. Come out and hand it over to the law for trial. Ding, congratulations to host for acquiring a 3-star freak card Leopard Head Hedgehog. Hey, the ghost monster card is in hand. After Wang Feng had drawn the cards on the dead weirdo, he got the information from the system. He was secretly pleased that although he used the Vaccine Man card, he had at least bought a strong weirdo card to keep him a certain level of strength. Moreover, in the great escape of the weird prison of the Heroes Association, not only one ghost-level weirdo escaped, but also a dozen other tiger-wolf-level weirdos, so he was destined to have a big harvest today. Ha! There are so many weird people in the weird prison in one branch of the association. If I kill all the weird people in the 26-city weird prison, wouldn't it be developed? When Wang Feng thought about it this way, he had an inexplicable impulse to blow up the queer prisons in other cities. Roar! At this moment, there was a roar of wild beasts under the street. Boom! The street was shattered, and a majestic figure broke out of the ground, a leopard body, yellowish yellow skin, red eyes, and a loss of sanity. His body was shaken with muddy soil. The weirdo paused on the ground, then let out a low growl, and rushed towards Sonic who was lying on the ground. Haha, are you going to die? It doesn't matter, like me, it doesn't make sense to live, just die 100. Sonic laughed irresponsibly, even if the anesthetic effect had passed a little, enough for him to regain control of his body to dodge, but he was already determined to die, so facing the attack of the weirdo, without any resistance, he lay down on the ground. Spread your legs and wait for the last moment of life to come. Careful, Hill stared in the distance and exclaimed involuntarily, pushing the car door and rushing over. Unfortunately, his voice could not be heard at all, and he could not rush over to save Sonic. Boom! A wave of energy rushed in and exploded on the strange man. In an instant, the strange man's figure spread out and became a lump of rotten flesh. Sonic looked astonished, and stood up with difficulty, staring at Wang Feng, who withdrew his palms. King, why are you saving me? Don't you know that I was going to kill you just now? I was going to kill you. No, how could King fail to notice my killing intent? He found my hiding place over and over again, and used light bullets to force me out again and again. Besides, behind him, he was dignified and about to kill him. How can a strong man like him not notice the murderous intent erupting from me? Ding! Congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Earth Leopard. Wang Feng touched the body of the newly appearing weirdo, and was very satisfied with getting another 2-star card. He glanced at the decadent Sonic, and said casually, because I am a hero, my duty is to protect humans from weirdos. It's that simple to hurt. After speaking, he left, and a dozen weirdos escaped from the prison. There were a dozen weirdo cards. He had to rush to collect them. How could he keep talking nonsense with Sonic? And it was his previous test energy bomb launch that blew up Sonic by mistake. It is reasonable that he was wrong first. Sonic wanted to kill him is also excusable. Think about it if you were walking in the street. An exploding bomb was thrown by someone for no reason. He must have hacked the other person's heart. So it is understandable that Sonic had murderous intent on him. How could he blame Sonic? Because it is the duty of a hero to protect humans from weird people, and I am also a human, so even if I am a killer who wants to take your life, you will save me. Sonic stared at Wang Feng, who was far away. Tears flowed from his eyes again. What a broad mind, what a surging breath, why do I want to cry? I want to cry inexplicably. King, thank you for letting me realize how ignorant and insignificant I am. He shouted in the direction where Wang Feng was leaving. However, don't worry, starting from today, I will redouble my efforts to practice. One day, I will catch up with you and become a strong person who can truly compare with you. Very great dream. At this moment, Hill has come to Sonic, looking at the street where Wang Feng disappeared with emotion. King, the strongest man on the surface, is really a dreadful man, even the one who wants to kill himself can smile. Just let it go, perhaps, this is the self-confidence of the strong, it is to tell you clearly, I am not afraid of your assassination, because you pose no threat to me at all. Rubbish, are you sure there are these two words in the meaning of king? Who are you? Sonic looked at Hill in amazement. Where did this guy come from? Hill glanced at Sonic, stretched out his palm, and hung a handcuff on his finger. He showed an innocent, weird smile, a good guy who takes you home. Sonic looked at Hill's smile blankly, and roared in his heart, another one who plagiarized my signature smile, I'm going to cut you. Click. Hill locked the limp body of Sonic to the railing on the side of the street with handcuffs, and looked down at Sonic from a high altitude. This is a conventional interrogation posture, which puts the criminals under a heavier psychological pressure from their physical height. If the criminals have psychological quality, if it's too bad, you can't bear to explain the whole thing. Let's talk about it. Who instructed you to assassinate King? Sonic sighed and recovered from the inexplicable blow by Wang Feng. His eyes regained his spirit, and his handsome face returned a bit of confidence. He stared at Hill with a smile. Who are you? Policeman. What are you doing here? After Wang Feng left, the powerful coercion finally disappeared. He gradually took control of his body. In addition, inspired by Wang Feng's noble personality, he broke free from the collapse, and his mood improved compared to before. During Hill's interrogation, he calmly asked Hill a series of questions, confident and free. He really is a well-trained killer with a good psychological quality. Hill stared at the calm and composed Sonic with a little surprise. Actually, it's okay to tell you. Our police station has already received news that someone is going to assassinate King. I have been sent to protect King 24 hours a day, so you don't have to hide it for your employer and confess everything. We only target the people behind you and will treat you leniently. This is an interrogation scam, implying that we already know who the criminals are behind the scenes. Interrogating you is just a process. If you want to seek leniency, you should be honest and confession. Shit, Sonic sneered, you want to treat me leniently? It's funny, I just swore boldly to become a strong man like King, how could I live in a boring place like prison? And, he stared at Hill mockingly, what qualifications do you have to protect King? Your strength is not even comparable to a single piece of King's hair, ridiculously pathetic and weak. At the end, he laughed at himself. Oh, for King, am I not a ridiculous and pathetic weak person? It is said that people can't even match King's hair, so why don't I even match the look in King's eyes? Laugh, you can laugh at me to your heart's content. Hill lit a cigarette and held it in his mouth. The white smoke came out of his nasal cavity and rose, making his firm face hazy. Why don't I know this is a stupid act, but as a policeman, protecting the lives and property of citizens is our obligation to do and should do. It has nothing to do with whether the object to be protected has a strong power. I am just executing the police duty of. Do you understand? He took a puff of cigarette, then squeezed out the cigarette butt with his fingers, slowly puffing out the smoke ring, turning his head to look at Sonic. How about people? He stared, and there was only a pair of handcuffs swaying lonely on the railing, where there was Sonic's figure. The villain died because of his own words, and at the same time, he lived in a decent and long-winded life. On the street 100 meters away, a figure moved quickly, elusively fast. Mission and duty. He is really stupid and inexplicably admirable. Perhaps, he has a firm belief in his heart that will make his heart strong. Speaking of it, he looks like king. Does it mean that faith will make people powerful? So, what is my belief? The trembling figure was lost in thought. City A, the headquarters of the Heroes Association. Report to the minister. The ghost-level monster leopard head hedgehog has been determined to be eliminated by the king. This night, the headquarters was extremely busy. A dozen weird people were released by blasting at the Weird Man prison in M City. After this bad accident, all the staff of the association were shocked. There will be people in the world who deliberately release the weird people. Is this going to retaliate against society? Okay, let King release the latest information on the traces of other weirdos, and ask him to solve the weirdos as quickly as possible. Zeke was overjoyed. Among the weirdos who escaped from prison, the leopard-headed hedgehog was the most harmful. Not only did he lose his mind, he instinctively hated humans, destroyed the neighborhoods and killed humans frantically, especially the eccentrics escaped from the association prison. Yes. The reputation of the association has had a serious impact. Originally, the citizens had gradually questioned the association, but now that the Strange Man prison accident occurs, it is estimated that the trust crisis of the association will become more severe. The association relies heavily on the public funds raised. If citizens are disappointed in the association, they will voluntarily stop donating money. As a result, the Hero Association will evolve from a crisis of trust into an economic crisis. Heroes are professional heroes, and they need to be paid a fixed salary every month. Once the association's funding chain is broken, the heroes who rely on being heroes to eat will also be alienated from the association. The final result is, the Heroes Association went bankrupt. Therefore, in the face of this weird escape accident, after a brief telephone discussion with the senior officials of the association, they immediately decided that the accident must meet the three most basic requirements. Zeke frowned at the thought of the three-point request given by the top after the discussion. The first requirement is that the association must apologize and apologize sincerely. The weirdo always escapes from the association's prison. Even if it is deliberately sabotaged, the association must bear the responsibility of ineffective supervision. The second requirement is that the association should actively eliminate the strangers who escaped from prison, strive to eliminate the strangers in the shortest time, and try not to harass or harm more citizens. Well, the main purpose is to fight for fewer complaints from citizens. The third requirement is that the high levels have not thought about it for the time being, and let Zeke feel free to give him a lot of freedom of speech and decision-making power. As the third requirement, Shichi gave a bitter smile, took a deep breath, and said solemnly, the public must be distracted to relieve the pressure on the association. Immediately, he turned his head and asked Jace, has the scene of the king's battle been filmed? Jace nodded solemnly. Minister, since you ordered, I immediately contacted the local government to dispatch an unmanned aircraft to track the ghost-level weirdo. As long as the king has fought with the ghost-level weirdo, I believe that the scene of the king's battle will be filmed. Now that the ghost-level weirdo has been wiped out by King, it is estimated that the video will be delivered soon. Well, this time there is no room for error, otherwise our association will face tremendous pressure. Zeke rubbed his temples sadly, and then told Maria, call up the cameras in the streets of M City and actively take pictures. The scene of the king fighting, whether our association can tide over the difficulties depends on it. King has a great reputation among the people. However, King's fighting style has always been just like a castle in the air, and no one has seen it with his own eyes. The citizens of the world have already had a strong demand for seeing King fighting, no matter how the people run and call. How did the Heroes Association persuade them with all their heart and soul? King always refused to perform his own qigong skills, let everyone say nothing. This time the association has been preparing for it to send drones to secretly take photos in advance, and strive to edit the scene of the king battle into a video afterwards and send it to major TV stations to distract attention from the news of the jailbreak of the monsters in M City. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 1-star monster card Magic Bird. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Violent Tiger. Ding, Congratulations to host for obtaining a 1-star monster card monkey power. Ding. Congratulations to host for getting a 2-star weird card, you only pig. When Hill and Sonic rubbed sparks, Wong Feng was fighting fires to destroy the escaped weirdos, and at the same time collecting weird cards. One night later, the escaped weirs were almost wiped out. Naturally, he also had a good harvest and successively collected them. More than a dozen freak cards. Comfortable. After collecting the last 2-star monster card, Wong Feng breathed a sigh of relief, and he was very comfortable. For the first time since he got the system, he has collected more than a dozen monster cards. The reserve is sufficient, so that he is no longer a card of desire arbiter. Follow in the footsteps of the vaccine card and worry about it. Attention residents of City M, and residents of City M. As of now, all the weird people who escaped from the Weird People's Prison have been wiped out. Please rest assured that the association is extremely sorry for the ineffective supervision of the Weird People's Association and decided to strengthen the Weird People's Prison construction and defense, and strive to prevent the weird escape from continuing to happen. Gone. Wong Feng took a cell phone to keep an eye on the information about the whereabouts of the weird people released by the association. Who knows, the information about the weird people didn't wait for it to come, but it was broadcast by the association. He was slightly disappointed in his heart, but the collection of more than a dozen freak cards was an unprecedented big gain, enough for him to consume for a while. At least, don't worry about it this month. Association headquarters. The door of the war room opened, Tornado rubbed his eyes, and came in yawning. Hey, why are you calling me over so late? Don't you know it will affect my sleep? Humph, I'm very upset. Go, buy me bottle of long tall milk. Boom. However, in the face of Tornado Tsunere's request, no one responded in the war room. All the staff gathered under the big screen in the war room and stared at the video on the screen. Looking at the tornado, no one was paying attention. She bit her silver teeth and became furious. Hey, you are too much, how dare you ignore me? That's Purgatory Warrior's explosive heat wave cannon. In the crowd, someone raised a question timidly. Guru. However, no one answered him. Everyone fixedly stared at the video where Wong Feng used the posture of Monkey King in the 7 Dragon Ball to release the tortoise-style Qigong to launch a blue-ray bomb, directly blasting the ghost-level monster into scum. The whole process was like the white horse passed a gap, and with a flick of his finger, the weird man turned into ashes without any room for resistance. What a powerful strength. This is the idea that came to the minds of all the employees at the headquarters. What makes them even more excited is that they finally saw the long-awaited secret of King Qigong Purgatory Warrior's explosive wave cannon, but it was a little different from what they thought. For the products they imagined, please refer to the special effects in the previous, gas stations, fireworks or prohibited, advertisement. It is completely a dragon. However, in the video, what King releases is a blue-ray bomb with no flames and a soft glow like moonlight, not a hot sun like a radiant glow. Could it be that this trick is actually Purgatory Warrior's upset wave cannon? The opposite of Purgatory Warrior's explosive heat wave cannon, one cold and one hot, one yang and one yin, the existence of opposites. That's King. Tornado screamed for a while and found that no one paid her attention, and floated over everyone's head in anger to see what they were looking at so fascinated. However, she glanced at it and immediately found Wong Feng. This weird person is not a dragon-level weird person, right? Her heart jumped. Loli's face was full of tension. In the afternoon, she had just bet with King that the person who killed the dragon-level weird first in the shortest time would win. She wanted to force Ziki to forcibly upgrade a ghost-level weird to dragon-level. Who knows that Ziki strongly refused, its big nose. However, as the employees discussed, it was revealed that the disaster level of the weirdo was a ghost level. She finally breathed a sigh of relief. At the same time, her heart became urgent. She must hurry to find the dragon-level weird, otherwise, she would definitely lose to the fact that she had been killed before the king of dragon-class monsters several times. Humph, I don't want to lose to the stinky king. The person who won the bet this time must be me, the trembling tornado. M City. Wong Feng returned home contentedly. On this trip, he exchanged a ghost-level monster card and a dozen tiger-wolf-level monster cards for a vaccination man card that was about to expire. Basically, he didn't lose money. After all, he spent the card. The card as a vaccine person. If you recharge the card, you can't get experience points to upgrade. If you spend one card, you lose one card. Right now, I didn't waste vaccine man cards, and earned more than a dozen freak cards, the best of both worlds. More importantly, after using the vaccine man card, he understood the full set of vaccine man skills, and successfully reached level 9, only one level short to reach the 10th level. After reaching the 10th level, he can upgrade his skills, starting from wolf level skills have become tiger level skills, giving him a certain level of strength. He is no longer a strong player in the outside world, but a strong player in the outside world. No longer limited to card possession to have strength. Of course, even if he upgrades his skills to LV2, with his monster-inducing characteristics, he encounters ghost dragon level monsters from time to time. LV2 skills are not very useful at all, so now he still has to continue to upgrade and collect more powerful cards to save his life. Today, he has a 4-star monster card Desire Judger and a 3-star monster card Leopard Head Hedgehog, which can be said to have considerable strength. Unfortunately, the Desire Judge's skill is only effective for humans, that is, it is not effective for weird people, which limits his strength to a large extent. When encountering dragon-level weird people, I'm afraid he will have to continue. Run away. He walked back all the way, thinking all the way, secretly praying in his heart that when he does not have enough strength, don't meet the dragon-level weird. How do I feel that the dragon-level weird meets you is bad luck? Hey, what is this? How does it feel? When he arrived at the door of his house, his heart throbbed suddenly. It was a very strange feeling, as if the feeling of licking the calf between father and son was involved in each other's emotions. Father, the affection between father and son. The corners of his mouth twitched. What kind of mess is this? He is a clean and self-cleaning superb leftover man, how could he have a son? However, but, the closer he gets to his house, the more intense the relationship between father and son, which makes him have an urge to give birth to a child quickly. MMP, is the love between father and son of Mao just giving birth to a child? Shouldn't it be mother-child love? He frantically rubbed his chest, hoping to crush the bad mood. But, that kind of deep father-son relationship seemed to penetrate into his heart and was carved into his bones, making him unforgettable and unable to get rid of it. There was a voice that cried out in his soul with expression, Baba, 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 Baba. Quote. Wang Feng looked speechless. What the hell was this? Could it be that he was a mental illness left by killing weird people on a large scale? According to psychology, when his heart is dependent on his parents, it proves that he is insecure in his heart. He scratched his head. Am I insecure? Well, it seems to be true. Losing the vaccine man card, the only 4-star weird card he has, the Desire Judge is invalid for weird people, but he also has the physique of fascinating monsters. It is also normal. Thinking about it this way, he immediately relieved his heart. It shouldn't be a mental illness, right? Click. Wang Feng opened the door of his house and went in, and suddenly heard the muffled sound of dong dong in the utility room, and as he approached, the frequency of the collision became more and more rapid, as if someone in there was eager to see him, hug him, and shout. Baba. Could it be? After discovering that the strong father-son relationship originated from the utility room, his eyes lit up, and a surprising guess came into his heart: the vaccine human egg is hatching. He walked quickly to open the door of the utility room, and the feeling of licking the calf came to his face. The machine he bought to incubate the vaccine human eggs was shaking violently, and the vaccine human eggs inside slammed into the machine, as if he couldn't wait to rush into his arms. The vaccine human egg is about to hatch. He was overjoyed. This little guy hadn't moved for so long. How did he think of choosing to come out today? Is today Children's Day? Obviously not. So, well, I see. He held the palm of his hand lightly, and his strength was surging. The vaccine man card was attached to him, so that he was infected with the breath of the vaccine man, thus prompting the vaccine human egg to hatch. Hey, my big demon Piccolo is coming out. He was pleasantly surprised to take the vaccine human egg out of the incubator. Before, he just took the vaccine human egg home by luck, hoping to incubate it and tune it to be as strong as the devil of Bic. Of course, he still needs to use him. His love and justice influence it, let it give up its hatred, rebehave, obediently help execute justice under his hand, and do good deeds. What? You said it will backwater. HMPH, and seeing that the little vaccine man card he once owned was a 1-star card, we can know that after the little vaccine man was born, his strength was at most wolf level, but it was just a potential. He now sits on a dragon ghost. Tiger wolf level card. If the little vaccine man dared to show signs of hatred, he would slap it to death with a backhand. Wang Feng thought so. In fact, the strength of the weirdo after birth depends on the energy given by the parents. If the parents of the weirdo are strong, the weird will be given enough energy as nutrition when the weird is born, and the weird will be equally powerful, such as in a special part of One Punch Man. Among them, there is a little turtle grandson whose parents are ghost-level weirdos, resulting in the little turtle grandson having the strength of a ghost-level weirdo when he was born. Therefore, Wang Feng may wait a while. It seems someone is saying that I am handsome from behind. With a hard move, he felt that the strength of his body was fading fast. He felt it carefully, and immediately stared at the vaccine human egg in his arms. It was the little vaccine human who absorbed his power. Oh, it turns out that the incubation of vaccine human eggs needs the energy of the old vaccine people as motivation. No wonder that I have been half dead before, and there is no movement. It turns out that I lack the power to break out of the shell. Well, it's just that the little vaccine person draws nutrition from me. Why, I feel like I'm, like feeding river crab milk. His face was reddened, and he coughed a few times to remind himself that he was just pouring his strength, not something to feed rice crab milk. The little vaccine man constantly absorbs the possessive energy of the old vaccine man from Wang Feng, but he used a lot of energy to kill the weird man before, and he doesn't know if it is enough for the birth of the small vaccine man. If not, then he can only. Wang Feng raised his brows and looked at the hammer in the corner naturally. If the little vaccine man cannot be born normally, then he has to personally help the little vaccine man to have a caesarean section. Time slowly passed, and the vaccine man energy in Wang Feng's body was completely absorbed by the little vaccine man. He suddenly felt weak in his body, as if his body had been hollowed out. Click, click, click. However, the results were very gratifying. The vaccine human egg that hadn't moved for a long time finally began to crack, and the crack slowly stretched out like a spider web, and a light fishy smell floated from the crack. Gia, stupid human beings. Suddenly, a deep and cruel laugh came from the vaccine man's eggshell. Wang Feng stared blankly at the vaccine human egg in his hand. Just now it said, stupid humans. He frowned. It seemed that the vaccine man's mission to exterminate mankind was passed on through blood. It was not an acquired education at all. The little vaccine man, I said, as long as you dare to show a little bit of anti-humanity, you, give me to die. Bar. He held up the vaccine human egg and slammed it down on the ground. Click. The vaccine human egg is completely broken, and the egg white flows out from the broken egg shell. GG, do you think you can stop me Kun coming to the world? Humph, stupid human beings, all including you, the guy who dares to insult my father's power, I want to knock you away. Click. The cracks in the broken vaccine human egg quickly cracked. After a while, bomb, a cracking sound reverberated in the living room of King's house. A small hole appeared in the vaccine human egg, and a closed dark blue eye could be clearly seen in the small hole. Not dead. Wang Feng was stunned and immediately consumed the 2-star weird card, Violent Tiger. Ding, congratulations to host for gaining 1352 experience points. Ding, comprehend the skill of the card character failed. He took the bench at home and hit the vaccine human egg hard. Click. It was too late, it was soon. Wang Feng's bench smashed down, the vaccine man's eggshell burst open a hole, and a small dark blue childlike hand suddenly stretched out and grabbed the bench. Is it just this strength? Humans, really weak and unworthy of ruling this beautiful world, so all humans are killed. Click. After a ghastly word came out of the eggshell, it cracked quickly. After a while, the vaccine human egg was covered with cracks. It looked like it could be torn apart by just a light poke. Hiss. What kind of stuff? Isn't the newly born weird baby only a wolf-level strength? Wang Feng's eyes widened, and the bench in his hand was grabbed to death by the little vaccine man. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't move half a point. This guy has ghost-level strength at least. The corner of his mouth twitched, which is a bit nonsense. In order to eliminate the little vaccine man, he has to spend a ghost-level weird card or a dragon-level weird card. How do you feel that when you brought the vaccine eggs home, you were causing trouble for yourself? The eggshells of the little vaccine man fell like fallen leaves, finally revealing its whole body, curled up like a baby, and the two small mushroom antennae beat from time to time. The appearance is similar to that of the vaccine man, completely a blue little piccolo. Mainly of different races, he can't see the difference between a small vaccine person and a vaccine person. Hey, why? I was shocked. After a while, little vaccine's dark blue eyes opened quickly, and a blue light flashed and disappeared. He stared at Wang Feng in a daze, and smiled cruelly. Ha, stupid human beings, you would be so stupid to hatch me. Come out, ha, ha ha. In order to repay you, let you be the first undead under my hand after my birth. Quote. Wang Feng looked at the arrogant little vaccine man speechlessly, really didn't want to tell him that I had the strength of a dragon-level weirdo, but he could not deal with it. What kind of funny look are you? Do you look down on me? The little vaccine man seemed to read something from Wang Feng's eyes, and was furious. I have completely inherited my father's strength, and even inherited his father. Great mission to destroy you humans, you actually look down on me. What qualifications do you have to look down on me? Humph, human beings are really stupid creatures, ignorant and fearless. Only by destroying you can the earth calm down and restore the past an era of peace and harmony. As he spoke, his half-meter-high body gradually became bigger and his muscles were knotted, and the small man became a tall man. He grew from half a meter to about 2 meters, completely becoming a reduced version of the old vaccine man. What? This guy has inherited all the power of the old vaccine man. Then, doesn't it have the strength of a dragon-level weird? This time it is really a headache. Why is it a headache? Which head I'm talking about? When is it now? I'm still thinking about it. No more. My mind is messed up. My heart is messed up. I don't know if I can beat it after using Desire Judge. You know, in the face of weird people, the most powerful adjudication skills of the Desire Adjudicator cannot be used, which is almost equivalent to abolishing most of the combat effectiveness, which is too boring. Wang Feng's breathing was stagnant, his heartbeat speeded up suddenly, and the unique heartbeat melody rose again, suddenly. Guru. He swallowed a mouthful of saliva and entered the Emperor engine state, expressionless, his heart beating to the limit, making a sudden noise like a car engine, and gradually connecting in the room, echoing endlessly. Saitama, you die for me. He roared in his heart. Facing this situation, of course, calling Saitama as the most worry-free, labor-saving and money-saving. After the enhanced transformation was completed, the little vaccine man pointed at Wang Feng coldly. Oh, weak human beings are not worthy to live in the world. It stretched out a palm, and an energy bomb was quickly condensed in its palm. Explosive energy bomb. Wang Feng's heart tightened. More than half an hour ago, he was still throwing this energy bomb as a basketball. He naturally knew the power of it. With his current defense, it is estimated that he would be blasted into scum. System, give me. Can't wait any longer. He called the system anxiously in his heart, ready to pull out the Desire Judge as a shield. The two are also 4-star card monsters. The strength of both should be similar, at least they can escape. Ding, it is detected that the host's pet incubation is completed, and the game pet section is opened. Ding, the pet section opened successfully. Ding, pet section introduction. Only the weird baby hatched by the host can be bound to become a pet. It is impossible to catch and tame weirdos to become pets. After the weird baby becomes a host pet, the strength will be reset and everything will start again. The pet upgrade system and the host role the upgrade system is two different systems. The host upgrade system is a card-consuming upgrade, and the pet upgrade system is a monster-killing upgrade. Killing monsters or villains can gain experience points. After you accumulate enough experience points, you can upgrade. The highest level is level 5. Ding, warm reminder. Once a freak baby becomes a host pet, he will absolutely surrender and absolutely obey the host's orders. Ding, host can open the pet property panel in the pet section to learn all the pet information. Quote. A series of system prompts sounded in Wang Feng's mind. System, what are you kidding me? Now I want to save my life, not catch pets. The little vaccine man is not bound to become my pet. It will still attack me and I will die. The little vaccine man stared at Wang Feng, who was stunned. Hey, stupid human beings, are you shocked? You were indifferent to my attack. Do you think you can withstand my blow? Ha! It snorted coldly, and the energy bomb in its palm grew stronger and stronger. Weak and ignorant human beings, go to death. The energy bomb in its palm suddenly radiated violently. At this time, the cold voice of the system sounded slowly. Ding! Congratulations to the host for binding the weird baby pet. The vaccine man succeeded. Congratulations to host for getting the first pet. The system hereby rewards host with 1 skill point. I hope host will continue to work hard. Wang Feng, little vaccine man. I have a sentence about MMP, I don't know whether to say it or not. I am most afraid of the sudden silence of the air. The most afraid of inexplicable surrender. An energy bomb the size of a basketball was already condensed in the palm of the little vaccine man. However, after more than 10 minutes passed, it still maintained the posture of releasing the energy bomb. That is, it did not release the energy bomb and did not sway the energy bomb, that's it. Standing stiffly in place, it seemed to be an eternal statue. Wang Feng also didn't speak, but he looked at the little vaccine man silently. Let me see how you step down now. The two of them didn't speak, they were so stalemate. The air is filled with an element called embarrassment. After a while, the little vaccine man was bald with cold sweat on his forehead, and under his cruel appearance, he was terrified. Why do I suddenly have an urge to worship that human being? Why do I want to surrender under his genes? Why do I want to listen to him obediently? Why do I want to use my life to defend his dignity and safety? Why do I want to kneel down and shout, "Long live my king"? Why? 100,000 reasons surged in the heart of the little vaccine man. Just now, when it was about to release its energy bomb to kill Wang Feng, its body shivered inexplicably, and then everything was dull. In just 10 minutes, its life was born 3 times. After a 160-degree turn, his body and mind unexpectedly knelt down in front of Wang Feng, unable to raise the slightest sign of resistance. Tick! The cold sweat on its forehead dripped onto the floor and broke into several petals, representing its emotion at the moment: heartbreak. Calm, you must stay calm, and don't let the guy on the opposite spot find me strange. Well, keep your arrogant expression, cold tone, and disdainful smile, making yourself look terrific. The little vaccine man waved his palm at random, extinguished the energy bomb in his palm, and sneered, I thought about it. After all, you are kind to me for incubating. Born, in a good mood, let you go, you, immediately disappear from my eyes. Well, it is to maintain a strong and willful devil temperament in such a cold tone. Quote. Wang Feng did not speak, staring at the little vaccine man silently. Come, sample, please continue your performance. At the same time, the system prompt sounded again, start to detect host pet level. What's the situation with this guy? Normal people should have panicked and fled long ago when they heard that weird people didn't kill him. But why is this guy still staring at me intently? Am I not clear enough? The little vaccine man moved his brows slightly, adjust his pronunciation, normal hair. Normal, wow. Ordinary, oh, it's Patongwa, let yourself be more standard. Hey, for the sake of your incubation for me, I won't kill you, you can go. Well, the pronunciation of the words is standard enough now. Ha ha. Wang Feng twitched at the corner of his mouth. Sample, I have already seen everything through, you continue to pretend, I see when you can pretend. Why is this guy still motionless? Looking at him dumbfounded, I really want an energy bomb to kill him, but whenever this idea arises in my heart, my soul is a pain, and I extinguish the idea of resisting myself, willingly surrendering to him. What the hell, it feels is really irritating. The little vaccine man hugged his chest and looked at Wang Feng, with a myriad of thoughts in his mind. Well, judging by his stupid appearance, maybe he is a local aboriginal who hasn't learned a common language, so naturally he doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Well, how can I express my meaning to him? Hey, there is a way. It took out a piece of white paper from the table, and then swiped a few strokes on the white paper with a water-based pen. Several simple sketches were formed. It placed the white paper in front of Wang Feng's eyes and pointed to the white paper. The picture says, please look at the picture, all the meanings I want to express are in it. The first picture is the fierce demon king and the trembling stickman, the second picture is the demon king turning and leaving, the stickman is okay, and the third picture shows the stickman running with two bamboo poles legs. I drew a few, as a breeze to indicate that the stickman ran away quickly. The picture means that the big devil appears, the stickman is afraid, the big devil does not kill the stickman happily runs away. Well, it means that the little vaccine man doesn't kill Wang Feng and let Wang Feng roll. Such a simple and clear picture, now the guy on the opposite side should understand it. This is what the little vaccine man thought. Wang Feng's face was speechless. Is this the storytelling in the primary school textbook? Alas, come on, judging from its appearance, there is no conscience of becoming my pet at all. It seems that I am the only one reminding it. He coughed slightly, that, you have become my pet. Huh, pet. The little vaccine man opened his eyes in surprise. What are you kidding me? I am the messenger of the earth, how could I be your pet? This guy said I was his pet. This is Kai Guo's insult, unbearable. With a cold face, its palms stretched out, and the energy bombs gathered again. I was going to let you go, but, you are too arrogant, you guys who need an inch, go to hell. Wang Feng was speechless. He looked at the little vaccine man quietly. After a while, the little vaccine man's heart was depressed. No, he could not attack the guy at all. He even moved a little thought and was inexplicably pinched by the mysterious power, causing him to have a kind of feeling towards the guy in front of him. The urge to surrender, let alone hurt him, even if he loses a hair, he can't help but want to protect that hair. How can I inexplicably have the idea of surrendering to this guy in front of me? Moreover, this kind of thought cannot be dispelled at all. It has been around my heart, holding my heart, so that I can't resist. HMPH, forget it, today is my first day of life after all, I don't want your dirty blood to stain this sacred day. The little vaccine man shook the energy bomb and snorted coldly. However, my patience the degree is limited. If you insult me next time, I will definitely kill you. Now, let's go. I don't want to see you again, otherwise, I'm afraid I can't help but kill you. Well, yes, just scare him like this, scared him away, and even dispelled the nasty impulse to surrender in my heart. Wang Feng sighed helplessly. Can it be that weird people don't understand human words? He said in great detail. Vaccine people, don't deceive yourself anymore. In fact, your body and mind have already surrendered to me, and you can't disobey my orders. Essentially, you have become my loyal servant. Haha, let's replace pet with servant, don't stimulate its self-esteem anymore. Hiss. As soon as Wang Feng's words fell, the little vaccine man suddenly widened his eyes and took a breath of cold air. This guy knows the condition of my body from beginning to end. Or is he forcing me to surrender? When did he start on me? Why haven't I seen it? Could it be that it is a powerful and invisible power? Yes, only invisible power can make me unknowingly hit, resulting in no chance of resistance. The strength of this guy is terrifying. Quiet. Surprisingly quiet. The room is very quiet. The little vaccine man looked at Wang Feng with cold sweat on his forehead. Who is this guy? Actually has the power to make me surrender. He is definitely not an ordinary person. Yes, how could an ordinary person take me in and hatch me, and have the power to subdue me physically and mentally? He is definitely a rare human being strong. Perhaps, the strongest human being is also possible. How bad luck would I be to meet the strongest man in humans when I was born? I encountered a big boss without upgrading at all. How to play this game? The little vaccine man's heart was messed up, and all kinds of messy thoughts came out, making it even more upset, staring at Wang Feng blankly, not knowing what to say. Call it dad. Hey, my dad is already dead. Wouldn't I call him a dad to curse him to death? I'm afraid I will follow my dad's footsteps into hell and call him grandpa. Not so good, calling people old, they will be beaten, then, called ancestors. What am I thinking about is, how can I easily succumb to the authority of that guy because I am a dignified generation of Earth messengers anyway? It sneered and said, you are so powerful, you gave me a trick without knowing it, but what? I am the Earth envoy, with incomparably powerful power, even if you are equally strong and terrifying, but I will not give in. I am the messenger of the earth who wants to destroy all mankind. Huh, Wang Feng stared at the stubborn little vaccine man in a daze. What's the matter with this? Also, doesn't the system say that after being bound to a pet, the pet's ability level will be cleared? But the little vaccine man has clearly been bound to his pet, why hasn't his ability level been cleared? Your strength hasn't diminished, he asked the little vaccine man suspiciously. However, as soon as his voice fell, the system prompt sounded. Ding, host pet, the test of the vaccine person level is completed, and the comprehensive evaluation is 3 stars. Since it has become a host pet, the vaccine person's ability level will be cleared, and the countdown will start, 5, 4. Quote. Wang Feng is speechless, the system is stuck in a good time, and the comprehensive assessment of the small vaccine person is only Samsung. Hey, I was taken aback by it just now. Oh, maybe it was because I consumed a lot of energy, which caused it to not rise to a 4-star evaluation. The little vaccine man snorted coldly. My power is inherited from my father. It is the weapon the earth has given us to destroy mankind. How can I? Although it was dismissive of Wang Feng's words, it couldn't help being vigilant in the face of Wang Feng, who had a monstrous power and subconsciously felt the energy of the body. Suddenly, its eyes widened. Wait a minute, my power is losing. There was a feeling of fear in its body, and the energy in its whole body was gradually decreasing. At this moment, it seemed as if a balloon was being punctured and deflated, and the energy was slowly deflating. It stared at Wang Feng in horror. Who is he? Why is it so strong? I didn't see him at all. Just a look made me surrender physically and mentally. I couldn't produce any thoughts of resistance. A short sentence deprived me of my power. It was terrifying. The mission my father gave me to destroy mankind was hell. The level of difficulty, oh no, judging from the moment, it's just death. What did you do to me? Why did I lose most of my power for no reason? The little vaccine man is very scared. This world is too terrible. What do you say about destroying all mankind? Don't be kidding. Okay, I can't deal with even a human being, and I destroy all mankind. Ha ha. Wang Feng chuckled lightly, and was too lazy to explain things like, it was done by the system, and asked the little vaccine man directly, are you really the messenger of the earth? He was curious that there was a God in the original One Punch Man, which made people suspect that he was the incarnation of the will of the earth, and the vaccine man claimed to be the messenger of the earth. Perhaps he knew something useful. HMPH, although you are very powerful, I also have my own dignity. If you want to kill, you have to be dignified, but don't want me to answer your questions. The little vaccine man shook his head aside, ignoring Wang Feng. Although it has surrendered to Wang Feng according to the system settings, surrender does not mean becoming a puppet. It still has its own thoughts and personality. Hey, don't answer. Wang Feng gave a weird smile. Please answer my question, are you really the messenger of the earth? Another system setting about the system. 100% obey the host command. The little vaccine man was taken aback, and subconsciously replied, my father's memory inheritance tells me that I am the messenger of the earth, but whether it is true or false is unknown. It was just finished, and immediately became silly. How would I listen to him? Wang Feng nodded with satisfaction. From today, your name is Bic. The little vaccine man still instinctively nodded and agreed, yes. As soon as he said it, a trace of sorrow rose in his heart. My son of the majestic earth messenger really became a slave, unable to raise the heart of resistance at all, let alone none. The slightest defiance, trouble anyone who has time to help me press my father's coffin board, I'm afraid it will come back to hit me with anger. Wang Feng nodded in satisfaction, and then ordered, well, now you kneel down and push your butt up. Well, the little vaccine man chrysanthemum tightly. Although he has not experienced too much personnel, he subconsciously feels that things that will shame him for a lifetime will happen after a while. Hey, I was scared to death just now, and afterwards I suddenly pretended to be river crab forced. This time I think you pretended to be river crab forced. Wang Feng picked up the bench, aimed at the puckered butt of the little vaccine man, and swiped it down with a snap. The little vaccine man let out a painful wailing. I'm just a newborn baby, do I need to be so cruel? Baba, I want to go home, to the warm, comfortable and safe home in your body. Happiness. Well, hitting you a few times is regarded as punishment. Wang Feng threw the bench away. Go to the room and find a suitable dress to put on. Kai Guogo swayed all day long. Do you want this book to be 404? At least wear it. A pair of underwear hide the hair on your crotch. Really, you are not afraid of being ashamed. The little vaccine man said in a grieved voice. Yes. It went into Wang Feng's room dejectedly and searched for suitable clothes. In order to adapt to the length of Wang Feng's clothes, it also controlled its height through enhanced transformation. After a while, it comes out wearing king's clothes. Well, it fits well. Wang Feng glanced at it and nodded in satisfaction. However, he looked at the vaccine man's head and scratched it embarrassingly. Such obvious characteristics of a weird person made him unable to take it out. Although there are many people in the world of One Punch Man who are raising weird people, they are secretly raised at home. Who do you see who leads a weird person to the streets? What's more, the weird people raised by others are all animal weird people, that is, weird people without wisdom, and Piccolo, except for appearance, behaves and thinks like humans. It is not so much a pet as it is. It is more appropriate to be a servant. I should buy it a set of cartoon doll suits. Wang Feng thought, touching his chin, what kind of doll suit is good? You have 2 tentacles, so the doll should have raised ears or 2 horns. The Minotaur or rabbit doll is good. His eyes lit up and he decided to take Piccolo to buy doll clothes. Well, boss, bring me that dumb goat doll suit. I'll let it try to see if it fits. Wang Feng took Piccolo to the cartoon doll suit sales shop. At this moment, Piccolo was wearing his sweater, cap, mask, sunglasses and gloves, and he was fully armed to escape a robber. He himself is not much better, with a sweater and a cap, the criminal suit that comes standard on TV. On the way they came, the rate of turning their heads was high. Pedestrians frequently looked at them with suspicion, and some passers-by even called the police for this. In this regard, he can only say that everyone is rare and weird. Okay. The shopkeeper looked at these 2 guys who didn't dare to show their true colors in front of him, and his heart jumped. They are not gangsters, are they? Just came back from a bank robbery. Wang Feng doesn't care what the shopkeeper thinks, his gaze scans the various cartoon doll suits in the store. Well, the pink hip-hop rabbit doll is good, you can buy it. Hey, the chubby cow suit is also very good looking, and Piccolo wears it. It must be very cute and can increase its popularity. Wow, the girl doll with 2 braids is so cute, you must buy it. Let Bic wear it at night, I want to sleep with it, or whether it's on the doll's butt dig a hole. After all, Piccolo is going to pull the papa. Well, this is a question worth thinking about. What, you said that these doll suits are too naive, too young, and do not meet Hockey's status as a vaccine person. Well, isn't Piccolo just a child? Bic, someone dragged this guy away and killed him. Wang Feng did not delay too much time in the puppet shop, and bought several sets of puppet suits for Piccolo in one breath, as a normal change of clothes. Then he came to the supermarket with Piccolo, who was unlovable in a pink hip-hop rabbit suit. There was no food reserve at home, and suddenly there was an extra person, so naturally he wanted to buy food. In view of the fact that Piccolo dressed up and entered the supermarket to be searched, he confessed that Piccolo was waiting for him at the entrance of the supermarket. Because Piccolo had been bound by the system, he never escaped. In addition, he also gave an order to Piccolo, so he said, not afraid of Piccolo's escape at all. After giving orders to Piccolo, he lowered his cap, put his hands in his clothes, and walked into the supermarket. Bic is wearing a pink hip-hop rabbit suit and standing in front of the supermarket with a dull face. His lifeless face makes people feel distressed. Once upon a time, he was also a heroic demon king. Now, it looked down at his pink hip-hop rabbit costume, alas, not to mention it, heartache. Wow, Mom, there is a hip-hop rabbit here, so cute. A young hot mother took her 5 or 6-year-old daughter to the supermarket to shop. The little girl, like a Tang porcelain doll, saw the pink hip-hop rabbit Piccolo at a glance, and her small face immediately burst into a flower-like smile. Mom, I want to take pictures with hip-hop rabbits, I want to play with hip-hop rabbits. The little girl broke free of Hot Mom's palm, and when Hot Mom didn't react, she suddenly jumped on Piccolo, her little hand constantly fiddled with Piccolo's clothes. Lanlan, come down quickly and don't disturb people's work. Hot Mom mistakenly thought that Piccolo was a promoter of the supermarket and worried that her daughter would affect Piccolo's work. Therefore, she was anxious to lift the little girl from Piccolo. Looking for death. Piccolo stared down at the laughing little girl with gloomy eyes and a palm of his hand. An energy ball the size of a duck egg immediately appeared and suspended on the palm of his hand, flashing softly like a firefly. Since it was bound to become Wang Feng's pet, its ability level has been cleared, and all skills have become LV1 level, that is to say, it now only has the strength of a wolf-level monster. However, killing a little girl is more than enough. Is this a fluorescent ball? The little girl looked at the energy bomb in Piccolo's hand curiously, and poked her little hand curiously, soft, as if the warmth in her mother's arms. Fluorescent ball. Hey, this is a beacon to guide you to heaven. Piccolo twitched his mouth and grinned cruelly. The system stipulates that it cannot harm Wang Feng, but other humans are not within the set protection range. Whether to kill other people depends on its mood. Now, it's very upset. Therefore, it has to vent. Goblin, go to hell. Careful. Just as Piccolo was about to kill the little girl with the energy bomb, a flash of lightning flashed, and the red glimpse disappeared before his eyes. When he looked at it again, the little girl hanging on its chest had disappeared. Well, it waved the energy bomb in its hand and squinted at the red figure next to him. The guy was young, wearing a red insulated tights, marked with a thunderbolt symbol on his chest, and carrying a large brand name battery, Nanfu. Wearing a red miner's lamp cap, there is a wire behind the miner's lamp cap that is connected to the battery, and the miner's lamp on the cap emits a faint green light. Its eyes narrowed slightly. Who are you? Lanlin. Hot Mom hugged the little girl and ran away in a panic. Bick, ask me. The red figure put his hands on his waist and faintly said, in the night of thunder and lightning, I was conceived, holding the thunder in my left hand, and the lightning in my right hand. From then on, I am in charge of the thunder and lightning. Rubbish. Piccolo snorted. There is no such a person in the world who has such a history of birth. Even if it is only born by the will of the earth, this guy will blow the cowhide in front of him. Oh, it is really uncomfortable to say that my origin is more powerful than me. Since it is unhappy, then, destroy him. Explosive energy bomb. It stretched out its hand, condensing an energy bomb the size of a duck egg. It's not rubbish, it's Raiden Boy. Raiden Boy, I'm the 65th B-level hero Raiden Boy. Raiden Boy pointed to Piccolo and said, hey, you guy, what is the explosive energy egg? Eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, or a bomb? Hey, guess. Piccolo laughed, and the energy bomb in his hand flew out in an instant. Raiden Kid crossed his hands to protect his body. Boom. After an explosion sounded, he was safe and sound. Oh, do you guys have only this ability? It seems that you are going to be my stepping stone to be promoted to the 64th place of the B-rank hero. He sneered, and the electric baton in his hand made the sound of intertwined lightning and lightning. The next moment, his figure disappeared suddenly, and he appeared in front of Piccolo in the blink of an eye, yelling, taste the taste of lightning. Thunder and lightning. Stabbed. The electric baton in his hand slammed on Piccolo. Boom. Piccolo didn't evade. His body suddenly became extremely strong. His muscles knotted, like an Iron Man made up of pieces of iron body. It stretched out its hand to directly catch the Lightning Boy's electric baton. Idiot, anyone who dared to pick up my electric baton empty-handed has gone to hell. Underpants weird. Excuse me. Piccolo grabbed Raiden's electric baton in one hand and sneered. Idiot, go back and read more physics books. I can wear a puppet suit. It is electrically insulated. Your lightning is not effective for me. What? Explosive energy bomb. Boom. Wow. The Raiden Kid flew out, spitting out blood. GG, refreshing. Piccolo smiled cruelly. His body suddenly enlarged, bursting into the bunny costume, revealing Piccolo's appearance. Wow, weirdo. Everyone, run, the hero was defeated by the weirdo. Hurry up and notify the Heroes Association. People who were secretly observing the development of the situation found that Piccolo was actually a weird person. They were immediately taken aback and fled in all directions. Human, go to hell and confess. Piccolo squeezed his fist and it suddenly grew bigger, as if he was swollen by a hornet, which was the size of a weightlifting dumbbell, and hit the Thunder Boy who was struggling hard. Bick, you, stop lousy. Wang Feng's roar came slowly. Bick, I have a sentence about MMP, I don't know whether to say it or not. Wang Feng was shopping for food in the supermarket. He suddenly saw some pedestrians running into the supermarket in a panic, and at the same time shouting that there was a weird person outside. He was taken aback. Weird. It seems that Piccolo is the only weird person at the gate of the supermarket, right? He was startled, put down the things in his hand, and walked out hurriedly. As soon as he reached the door, he saw the Thunder Boy being knocked into the air by Piccolo, and he was about to be killed by Piccolo. He yelled anxiously, "You, stop lousy." He was so angry. He had just left for a while, and the little Piccolo immediately provokes a big basket. He is distressed about how he can take Pic to the streets with integrity. If you fear and hate it, how can you accept it? The more he thought about it, the more angry he got, and he rushed towards Piccolo angrily. Who is yelling? A hero. The badly injured Raiden boy watched Piccolo's fist fall, unable to resist, and despair had already risen in his heart. However, things changed suddenly, and after that loud roar, the weird in front of him was like a frosted eggplant, withered. He looked at the cowering weird in confusion, not knowing how powerful the roar was that could make a weird so scared. Who would make such a powerful sonic attack? King. He subconsciously thought of King, who once had a relationship with one side, the most powerful man on the surface, who forced the weird man to shout, "I surrender," with his aura alone, like a man like a god. Maybe only he can have such a strong aura. In the field, Xiao Xiao can be deterred by the roar. And Piccolo has already lost the arrogance of the big devil at this moment, and his cruel smile is frozen on his face, and the panic is scattered on its face, and the 4-meter-high body is slowly shrinking, originally according to its will. The iron fist that should have hit Raiden Boy's face abruptly stopped. Wang Feng's roar seemed to be an inviolable destiny that he had to obey. It had a taste of utterance. Although I have known that my body and mind are succumbing to that guy, what I never expected is that that kind of surrender has been carved into my soul, and there is no room for doubt and hesitation. It is very aggrieved, wants to run away, escape from Wang Feng, the devil, and become a majestic messenger of the earth again, and no longer suffer from this bird's aura. Unfortunately, its body and mind have completely surrendered to Wang Feng, even if it is wronged and resented again. The body and mind also surrendered to Wang Feng uncontrollably. This situation made it extremely sad inside. Wang Feng came to the Raiden boy, glared at Piccolo, squatted down to help the Raiden boy. "How is your injury?" Seeing the weak Raiden boy, he was very embarrassed. After all, it was his own subordinate who beat him up. Up like this. Ahem, Mr. King, I'm okay. The Raiden boy was very excited when he saw the idol in his mind. He was involved in the injury again and coughed heavily. Calm down, take a break, I'll call the association hospital to come over. Wang Feng quickly laid the Raiden kid on the ground, took out the phone and notified the M-City branch hospital of the Heroes Association. After getting things done with Raiden kid, he looked at Piccolo, who was embarrassed, and saw Piccolo like a kid who made mistakes. He was afraid and wronged. He was both distressed and angry. MMP left him for a little while. Yes, immediately get into trouble, so how can he rest assured that he will let it go out alone in the future? Isn't it going to be a quarrel at that time? Kill it, King, kill it. Yes, all these vicious weird people deserve to die. Seeing that they were safe, the fled citizens gradually gathered, and Bic glared at him, shouting that Wang Feng would kill Pic and return the world to a bright future. Piccolo clenched his fists and gritted his teeth. If it weren't for Wang Feng by his side, he would have already attacked him with his temperament. At the same time, it also peeped at Wang Feng in panic, for fear that Wang Feng would be persuaded by the citizens to kill him. Oh no, he didn't need to do anything to kill me, as long as a simple command, I'm afraid I would not do anything. He hesitantly committed suicide. Wang Feng took a deep breath and said lightly, "Sorry, I won't kill it." He glanced at the stunned people, and said, "It's true, I hope it can become my subordinate and fight with me in the future. So I will never kill it, and for the trouble it caused to everyone, I apologize to you in place of it." Seeing that Wang Feng did not intend to kill it, Piccolo breathed a sigh of relief, and his tight body relaxed. There was a slight commotion among the people. What's the situation? How could King accept a weird person as his subordinate? Yeah, and the weirdo almost killed someone just now. How could Mr. King be so unwise? Is it because he was fascinated by a weirdo? Furthermore, weirdos are a bunch of wolf and ambitious guys. Mr. King adopts him now, and it is very likely that he will be bidden back in the future. Their faces were puzzled. The king, who was admired by all people, wanted to accept a stranger as his subordinate. Did the cold-blooded and merciless king of the stranger begin to feel compassionate in the past? If this is the case, can king still be the protector of mankind? They curse secretly in their hearts, "We hate the virgin." How can king degenerate into this? Where is the king who kills and decisively goes? King, you are a dignified S-rank hero, how can you get along with the weirdo? A man shouted excitedly, besides, that weirdo just wanted to kill, how can such a brutal guy stay in the world? King, we are determined. I don't agree with your practices that endanger the lives of others. If king adopts an ignorant weird person as a pet, they can understand and even support it. After all, an ignorant weird person can be tamed slowly. However, this weird person in front of him is a cruel and intelligent weird person, and he instinctively hates humans, so cruel. And how can a dangerous weirdo let it take to the streets? It should either be killed or thrown into the association's weird prison, let it stay inside but die. So what? Wang Feng put his hands in Kabuto, and said lightly, I adopted it only because I want to adopt it, but it won't change my will because of anyone's opposition, even the Heroes Association. Choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. His heart was beating violently, making an engine-like sound. Well, it was so exciting to pretend to be lifelike. This is the Imperial Engine. King has entered a state of combat. Okay, so powerful. The people looked at the expressionless king in a daze. This was the first time they had talked to the king at close range. It was also the first time they felt the powerful pressure on the king, making it difficult for them to breathe, especially when the king's cold eyes, when they scan over them, they will feel inexplicably tight in their hearts, as if someone is pinching their hearts, making them suffocated. Hey, don't be in a daze, go away. Wang Feng put the Kabuto cap of the sweater on the peaked cap, put his hands in Kabuto and walked back slowly, screaming. It seemed that he had passed the level in a foolish manner. Ah, Piccolo stared blankly at Wang Feng, who would rather sacrifice his fame to preserve it, and felt some warm currents inexplicably in his heart, very comfortable. Master, humph, I am a majestic earth messenger, how can I easily recognize you as Lord? Unless you order me to call you Master, even if you sacrificed so much to protect me today, I will not take the initiative to call you Master. King, you don't deserve to be a hero. There was a sudden shout from the crowd. Call out. A fresh egg just bought from the supermarket flew towards Wang Feng. Snapped. The egg is broken, the yolk and the white are dripping out. Wang Feng paused, then looked back at Piccolo, who had blocked the egg for him in amazement. Those who want to hurt my lord. Piccolo looked at the people coldly, stretched out his hand, aimed at the crowd, and instantly condensed an energy bomb the size of a duck egg. HMPH, with me, don't you want to hurt everyone? The Raiden boy struggled to get up, swaying in front, gritted his teeth and stared at Pick. The electric baton in his hand made the sound of thunder and lightning. Wang Feng glanced sideways at Thunder Boy, then turned and left. Hey, stop messing around, go home and eat hot pot. Yes, master. The Raiden boy looked at Wang Feng and Piccolo, who were gradually walking away, with a dull expression. Just now, the weird man just called King as the master. The people were stunned. The cruel and inhuman weird actually recognized King as the master. They stared at each other, all with unbelievable looks. However, after careful consideration, and suddenly realized, perhaps only a super strong like King has enough charm to convince the weird person to be willing to worship the master. King, a man like a god. King's raising of weird people spread to the world through the media the next day, and 26 city residents all saw this hot headline news. Such breaking news caused an uproar among the citizens, and most people opposed the king's raising of weird people, thinking that raising weird people is no different from raising tigers. If you are not careful, you will harm the surrounding residents. Many citizens have written to the Heroes Association, complaining about the unethical behavior of King. Headquarters of the Heroes Association of City A. The Minister of Report. According to the reports of the citizens of M City, King is raising weird people privately. We hope that we will stop King and kill the weird people adopted by King or throw them into jail. According to the Raiden boy's explanation, that weird man has the strength of a tiger-level weird man, has a cruel temperament, and tried to kill people in the street. Maria and Collison stand in front of sick and report on King's breeding of weird people. Raising a weirdo. Zeke looked weird. Did the weirdo that King raises didn't resist King's order? Raising weird people is not uncommon. Among the senior management of the association, a large group of people are raising weird people, either as pets or as tools for making money, etc. These are already open secrets in the management of the association, so Maria et al. People are no strangers to the King raising weirdos. Moreover, with the strength of the King, if the weirdos violently resisted, they would have been killed long ago. Maria looked solemnly and said, according to the feedback from the citizens at the scene, the weird people raised by King not only do not resist King, but are willing to serve King as their master. Shichi was surprised. The weirdo is willing to serve King as his master. Maria nodded and said admiringly, yes, maybe Mr. King's personality is too strong. Even weirdos are attracted by King and willing to become his servants. Quote. Siki glanced at Maria with a fanatical face silently. He couldn't believe the words of a stupid fan. Thinking about it this way, he looked at Collison. Collison, do you know why the weirdo is willing to be king? The reason is temporarily unclear. Collison frowned and said, from the Raiden boy, I learned that the weird person named Piccolo was very upholding the king, and even more so because the people's eggs almost hit the king and wanted to kill the people in anger. It can be seen that Piccolo, the weirdo, is very loyal to King. Zeke narrowed his eyes. What method did King use to make the weirdo so loyal to him? Collison suggested, perhaps we can ask King to come over for consultation. In fact, the Association of Heroes also has a lot of research on weirdos. The most famous one is the Drive the Tiger and Eat the Wolf project. The content of this project is mainly to study how to control weird people, and then make these controlled weird people become important for humans to resist weird disasters. Combat power. However, the project is not going well, and the control of the weirdos has not been well grasped. It is very easy to make the weirdos get out of control and violent. The ghost-level weird leopard head hedgehog that escaped from the weird prison in M City the day before is the failed test product of the project. They have been looking for a breakthrough point, but the results of the experiment are very unsatisfactory. However, what they never expected is that when they were disappointed to give up, King would tame a weird person and obedience, which made their eyes suddenly bright. I saw the hope of controlling the weirdo again. In 2 days, by the way, I will mention to him the use of his reputation to promote the pressure of the association. Zeke solemnly said, the most important thing at the moment is to do trust public relations for King. Although raising weird people is nothing to them, but for ordinary people, raising weird people is simply heresy, that is, King can survive the anger of the people. Although King can make the weirdo willing to surrender, he is like raising a Tibetan Mastiff. The Tibetan Mastiff shook his head and waved his tail at him, but grinned at others, and might even rush to bite others. Therefore, even if King showed the ability to make weirdo obediently obedient, the people were very worried that Piccolo would suddenly run away and hurt people. They even wanted to live in a river crab world without weirdos. More importantly, they are afraid that after the strongest hero King gets along with the weirdo for a long time, they will have sympathy for the weirdo. Minister, I think we can just use the King to raise weirdos to announce the plan of driving tigers and devouring wolves. On the one hand, we can explain the existence and necessity of weird prisons, and on the other hand, we can explain the funds raised from the people. Where does the cost go? 3 times, we can feed the weirdos for King, and get 3 kills with 1 stone. Collison pushed his glasses and immediately put forward his own opinions and suggestions. Huh, not bad. Six eyes lit up and he smiled. Just do what you said. He said to Maria, Maria, you use our weird alarm to promote our project to the outside world, and at the same time defend King. King is the heroic moral model they have recently established. How could he have black spots in morality? Besides, raising weirdos is really not a big deal. As long as we can control weirdos, the Association of Heroes has always kept one eye open. Close one eye. Minister, it's okay. Dinosaur-type weird people have appeared one after another in M City. The number of weird people has reached 15 right now, and more dinosaur weird people are continuing to emerge. What? Hurry, stop trusting King for the time being, and dispatch the hero to M City to eliminate the weirdo. By the way, call King and ask him to quell the weirdo. Yes, M City, King's home. A hadrosaur monster appeared in the streets of Santiali in M City. The disaster level of the monster is wolf level. At present, the B-level hero Super Police Autobot is fighting the monster. A velociraptor weirdo appeared in Wuxu Street in M City. The disaster level of the weirdo is tiger. At present. A stegosaurus monster appeared in the cross street of M City. The disaster level of the monster is tiger level. In just 10 minutes, the Weird News channel of the M City TV station successively broadcast more than 20 news about dinosaurs and strangers, as if dinosaurs invaded the city, causing commotion and anxiety among the citizens. Wang Feng scratched his head. Do you want to go out and help? He glanced at Piccolo, who was mopping the floor, and remembered that after returning home yesterday, he grabbed Piccolo's ear and gave 3 permanent commands. First, you must not harm mankind, but if mankind wants to harm you unreasonably, then castrate him. Second, be willing to help others on weekdays. However, if other people insult you while you are helping others, then castrate him. Third, actively kill weird people, and strive to improve your own strength. If others gossiping about killing you weird people, such as killing the same kind in cold blood, then castrate him. Fourth, if the author of this article is an eunuch, then, oh, you don't need to castrate, he will be from the palace. Master, what if it is a woman? Oh, do you know how to ligate? Do not know. Kill her then. Quote. Bick, help me wash my panties, put on your lowly doll suit after washing, let's go. Wang Feng stared at the frequently scrolling weird messages on the TV station, and said in a low voice, execute justice. Yes, master. Chapter 51. Bick, go up and bite it for me. Bick. Wang Feng took Piccolo to follow the trail of the weirdo, and finally found a horned dragon weird in an alley. The weird is more than 2 meters tall and looks exactly like the ancient horned dragon. The head is relatively large and the neck is wrinkled. Fold-like protrusions, shaped like a shield, with long horns on the head, sharp as a spear, a thin snout, a pointed beak, and a stout body, some resembling modern rhinos. Roar. The weird roared. There was no language, either he was too lazy to talk nonsense, or it was just a pure animal weirdo, not an intelligent weird like Piccolo, unable to speak. Bang. Piccolo didn't say a word, came up and bite. Ah, a burst of energy was ejected directly. However, the energy bomb hits behind the weird's neck shield, only slightly repelled the weird, and did not cause too much injury to the weird. It can be seen that the defense of the horned dragon is very high. This is a tiger-level weirdo. Wang Feng relied on the powerful defense of the horned dragon to estimate its disaster level. Roar. Piccolo's energy bomb angered the horned dragon monster, and the monster roared. His horned head was slightly lowered, his hind foot kicked, his front foot slapped, and the two of them slammed into Wang Feng. Laugh. However, after the horned dragon dashed forward, it didn't hit anything. It pushed all the way to the air. It looked up slightly suspiciously and found that there were no traces of Wang Feng and Piccolo. It shrugged suspiciously. He shrugged his nose, spouted 2 blasts of air, and turned around, looking for the 2 figures of Wang Feng. Explosive energy bomb. In the air, there were 2 violent shouts suddenly, and immediately 2 energy bombs the size of duck eggs flew down. Boom boom. After 2 explosions, there was a cloud of dust. Roar. The horned dragon roared and looked up at the 2 suspended in the air. He circulated anxiously on the ground. He wanted to attack the 2 but couldn't reach them. He was about to go away and was harassed by Piccolo's energy bombs, making it mad. Paralysis. They are shameless. Don't break the defense against him. Wang Feng frowned in embarrassment. He was hovering in the air for 5 meters. The first 2 days he used the vaccine card to comprehend flying, and he could fly freely in the earth. Unfortunately, because his flying skill was only LV1, the flying height is only 5 or 6 meters, and the flying speed is very slow, similar to walking. Piccolo glanced at Wang Feng faintly. If it were the previous one, this kind of mobs would really be wiped out bit by bit, but now it only has to levitate to avoid fighting against tiger-level monsters. However, it is not doubtful that Wang Feng will use explosive energy bombs. It can be hatched by absorbing the vaccine human energy from Wang Feng as power. Therefore, if Wang Feng has vaccine human energy in his body, he will use explosive energy bombs. It's normal. Wang Feng turned a blind eye to the look of a grieving woman. He chose a card from his card bag and prepared it for consumption. Now he has reached level 9, only one level is short of level 10. Let's take a look at him. The property board. Name, Wang Feng. English name, King. Level 9. Experience value, 29,854,000. Stamina, 5. Strength, 4. Speed, 14. Defense, 12. Lucky value. Hidden attributes, can't be viewed, can't be changed. Attribute points, 20. Skills, 1. Liquid Jet LV1. Jet liquid out to attack the enemy. 2. Explosive Energy Bomb LV1. Collect the surrounding energy and launch an energy bomb like a laser cannon. 3. Strengthen Transformation LV1. Strengthen your own abilities and make your skills more powerful. 4. Flying LV1. As the messenger of the earth, you can fly freely in the earth. Skill points, 10. There is still more than 1,000 experience points to be able to rise to level 10. Wang Feng stared at his attribute board, all thoughts. According to the experience value of the previous star cards, it consumes 1 star card. You can get more than 100 experience points, and you can get about 1,000 experience points when you consume 2-star cards. If you want to upgrade, you only need to consume 1 2-star monster card. System, give me the 2-star monster card, Yuan Li Pig. Ding, congratulations to host for gaining 1283 experience points. Ding, comprehend the skill of the card character failed. Ding, congratulations to host, the character has been upgraded to level 10, and he has gained 5 attribute points and 1 skill point. Ding, congratulations, host has changed from being obscure to being famous. The system hereby rewards host with a special card no star card. Ding, the cards without star ratings are blank cards, and the host only needs to mirror the target to make the corresponding cards. Ding, warm reminder, cards without star ratings are special cards. You can't gain experience after using them, and you can't comprehend the skills of card characters. Little famous. Wang Feng was startled, his face was speechless, he was the strongest man on the surface of the world king. Are you telling me that it's just a little famous now? You are not afraid that others will lose their teeth when they laugh, ha, ha ha. Oh, the teeth are lost. Ding, the system calculates that the reputation of the host is relative to the game. In the game, the host is just a rookie, and there is nothing wrong with it. Quote. Forget it, don't care about these little details with you. Wang Feng pulled down his attribute board again. Name, Wang Feng. English name, King. Level 10. Experience value, 2685000. Stamina, 5. Strength, 4. Speed, 14. Defense, 12. Lucky value. Hidden attributes, can't be viewed, can't be changed. Attribute points, 25. Skills, 1. Liquid Jet LV1. Jet liquid out to attack the enemy. 4. Explosive Energy Bomb LV1. Collect the surrounding energy and launch an energy bomb like a laser cannon. 5. Strengthen Transformation LV1. Strengthen one's own ability and make the power of one's own skills even higher. 4. Flying LV1. As the messenger of the earth, you can fly freely in the earth. Skill points, 11. Cards, 4-star monster card Desire Arbiter, 1-star monster card Magic Bird. Special card, no star card X1. Warm reminder, 1. Every attribute of a normal person is 5. Full value is 100. 2. The power of the skill depends on the level and is not affected by the character itself, but the number of times the skill is released is affected by the power attribute. Wang Feng glanced casually, without checking carefully, he immediately added 10 of the 25 attribute points to his physical attributes. As the saying goes, there are no bad farming fields, only tired cows. The skills are endless, but when his physical strength is exhausted, his body will really be hollowed out by then. The remaining 15 attribute points were all added to the defense by him. I have to say that his philosophy is still, he is strong and he is strong, and I am not bad from King Kong. If you want to hit someone, you must first learn to be beaten. Today, his defense has reached 27 points. If he works harder and focuses on defense, adding to the full value of 100 points, it is estimated that his defense will surpass most people in the world. At that time, in the face of battle, he was full of defenses, coupled with the endless cards, consumption was also consumed by the opponent. You can't touch me anyway, and you can't touch me to death. After adding attribute points, Wang Feng directly added skill points to Flying and Explosive Energy Bomb. These two skills, one is used to drive or escape, the other is a powerful attack method, practicality very strong. The remaining two skills, the Liquid Jet, is to shoot liquid from you to attack the enemy, such as saliva or the pee. The attack method is disgusting and does not fit his tall image, so if it is not necessary, he decides it would be wasteful not to add skill points to the above. Enhanced Transformation is actually very useful, but enhanced transformation will consume his stamina more quickly. When his stamina is scumbag, enhanced transformation is a bit tasteless. He hesitated, and finally upgraded the enhanced transformation from LV1 to LV2. Now I also have the strength of a tiger-level weirdo. After adding points, he already has 3 LV2 skills. According to the level setting of the system, the 5 skill levels correspond to the 5 disaster levels of the weirdo. LV2 is equal to tiger level. Roar! The horned dragon saw Wang Feng and Piccolo hiding in the air and attacking it. They didn't come down to fight it, but continued to harass it, making it annoying. After being harassed for a long time, it became more manic, and finally it roared and went completely violently. Its eyes were red, and its muscles were convex and convex. It looked like a stone carved. It looked strong and powerful, quite ordinary in the game. After being full of anger, the eccentric evolves into an elite eccentric sense of sight. Boom! Piccolo yawned and dropped an energy bomb casually. Roar! The strange man glared at Piccolo, snarled in a low voice, kicked his back foot, slammed into Piccolo in the air. The height at which Piccolo jumped before was more than 2 meters away from Piccolo's flying height. But now Piccolo was stunned to find that the horned dragon pounced directly at it. According to the impact speed and height of the horned dragon monster, he was completely able to photograph it. Withdraw! Such a thought spontaneously popped up in its mind, and its body moved with it, drifting back a step away. Wow! Just after it retreated half a meter, the sharp rhino horns of the horned dragon eccentric stabbed it, cutting through the air and making a sharp wind-breaking sound. The fierce attack made it startled, and cold sweat suddenly dripped. At this time, it really missed its almost invincible strength the previous 2 days, giving it the arrogance of meeting the gods and killing the gods and the Buddhas, but now, oh, let's not mention it, it hurts. Wait a minute, the master has the power to make me surrender, why can't I get a mob? It was puzzled, and looked at Wang Feng who was slightly excited while alerting the horned dragon monster. Explosive Energy Bomb. Wang Feng opened his hand at the roaring horned dragon monster. A golf ball, thinking of a beauty inexplicably, the size of the energy ball instantly condensed and formed, and then rushed to the horned dragon monster with lightning speed. Boom! The energy bomb hit the weirdo accurately, making a muffled sound. Roar! The strange man screamed. Obviously, Wang Feng's energy bomb had already injured it. When the dust dissipated, the strange man's neck shield broke open with a big mouth, and blood was dripping. Hey, not dead. Then have another one. Wang Feng glanced at the horned dragon monster in surprise, and opened his hand to condense another Guan Zhilin energy bomb. Who knows, the monster was furious and his explosive power increased greatly. Wow! A gust of wind blew, and the horned dragon fell to the ground slumpingly. It shook its head and looked up suspiciously, and found that Wang Feng's height had actually risen by 5 or 6 meters, completely beyond its attack range. What a shame! Explosive Energy Bomb. Wang Feng didn't talk any more nonsense, and fired a few more energy bombs, and directly killed the stubborn horned dragon monster. He lowered his body and touched the corpse of the horned dragon monster. Ding! Congratulations to host for obtaining a 2-star monster card Ceratops. Sure enough, a tiger-level weirdo. Wang Feng's expression is very refreshing. After he has reached level 10, he already has the strength to match the tiger-level monsters. Well, as long as you continue to work hard, one day you will be able to get the air day by day. Hey, won't I be there? Teddy. Change, become stronger. Piccolo stared at Wang Feng strangely. Wang Feng's explosive energy bomb was obviously weaker just now, but in just 1 minute, Wang Feng's explosive energy bomb increased greatly, which made it feel very strange. Wang Feng glanced at Piccolo, suddenly remembering about pet leveling, and asked the system in his heart, "System, if I kill the weirdo, can Piccolo gain experience points?" According to his previous experience of playing games, if the owner brings a pet to kill monsters, the pet can also get corresponding experience points. I don't know if this is in the system settings. Ding, no matter if the host kills the weird person or the pet itself kills the weird person, the pet can get the corresponding experience points. In addition, if other people kill the weird person, the pet can't get the experience point. Clear. Wang Feng was overjoyed in his heart, and quickly turned out Piccolo's attribute board in the pet section. Name, Pic, Species, Vaccine Man, Background. Because mankind continues to pollute the environment, in order to obliterate mankind and the harmful civilization created by mankind, weird people born by the will of the earth. Level, LV1. Experience value, 97,310,000. Skills, 1. Explosive energy bombs. Gather the surrounding energy and launch energy bombs like laser cannons. 2. Strengthen the transformation. Strengthen one's own abilities, so that the power of one's own skills can be improved. 3. Flight. As the messenger of the earth, you can fly freely in the earth. Bic, don't be in a daze, go to the level. Wang Feng did not linger any longer, greeted Piccolo, and immediately rushed to the location of the strange man according to the strange man's information announced by the Heroes Association on his mobile phone. Leveling. Beak was confused and followed Wang Feng in a muddled manner. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Stegosaurus. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Ankylosaurus. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 1-star weirdo card Hasrosaurus. Ding, congratulations to host for acquiring a 2-star monster card Deinonychus. Wang Feng led Piccolo all the way to the past, killing more than 10 dinosaur weirdos one after another. Piccolo's experience value has also risen from 1,000 to more than 8,000, only 2-star weird experience points can be. Promote to LV2 and become a veritable tiger-level monster. Where do these dinosaur weird people come from? How come so many suddenly? It's the same as appearing out of thin air. He led Piccolo to the location of the next dinosaur weird. It is very strange for so many dinosaur weird to appear out of thin air. It stands to reason that the Heroes Association has special hero inspections in every city. There is no reason why so many weirs will not be discovered. Besides, there is a government. How do these weird people hide under the eyes of the Heroes Association and the government? Or is it that these weird people have only recently been upgraded suddenly, so the association and the government did not detect and suppress the signs of danger in time? City A. Heroes Association Headquarters. Report Minister. Mr. King eliminated a tiger-level dinosaur monster. Report to Minister. Mr. King eliminated a wolf-level dinosaur monster. Report Minister. Raiden Kid eliminated a wolf-level dinosaur monster. Report Minister. Mr. King eliminated a tiger-level dinosaur monster. Report to Minister. Super Police Autobot has eliminated a tiger-level dinosaur weird. Report Minister. Mr. King eliminated a tiger-level dinosaur monster. In the battle room, Maria reported to Sick about the extinction of the dinosaur monsters in M City at any time. Among them, the name of King appeared more frequently than other heroes. Wang Feng is really shameless. He flew into the air and bombarded the dinosaur weird. However, the dinosaur weird had nothing to do with him, only to be beaten, so Wang Feng could always solve the weird easily and the killing efficiency was very high. Unlike other heroes who have to fight with weirdos with real swords and guns, they often kill 1,000 enemies and lose 800, and the efficiency of killing monsters is very low. Mr. King is worthy of being an S-rank hero. The number of weirdos killed far exceeds the number of other heroes. After Zeki praised him, he immediately asked, Maria, how many dinosaur weirdos are left in M City? According to incomplete statistics, there are more than 40 dinosaur weirdos who suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Now more than 20 have been eliminated, and only a dozen dinosaur weirdos are still alive. Well, I believe that at the speed of Mr. King and the others, these a dozen weirdos will soon be wiped out. Zeki nodded with satisfaction and asked suddenly, yes, have you found out the source of these dinosaur weirdos? Minister, sorry, there is not much news about the source of the dinosaur weird at the moment. However, There is a famous dinosaur expert in M City, Professor Hammond. He is very obsessed with dinosaur fossils and has been studying dinosaurs for most of his life. I think he may know some reasons for the large number of dinosaur weirdos. At present, our association has staff members who have gone to Professor Hammond's Research Institute for consultation. I believe there will be results soon. Well, continue to follow up the relevant news, find out the source of the dinosaur weird as soon as possible, and eliminate the danger from the source. Yes, Minister. Zeki nodded, and suddenly said, yes, let's publish the information about the heroes killing the weirdos and broadcast it in real time to promote our association. In recent times, the Heroes Association has been complaining from citizens one after another, and the crisis of trust has become more and more serious. Especially after the blasting of the weird prison and the king's raising of weird people, the citizens are increasingly dissatisfied with the association. If things go on like this, sooner or later the association will end. Therefore, the association should promote heroic deeds, increase the weight in the hearts of the citizens, and improve the bad image of the association. At the same time, it must also clean up the new heroic example set up by the association king. M City. Early G. Roar. A beast roar as loud as thunder spread out for 10 miles. Help. Who can come to save us? Where are the heroes? Where are the heroes of the Heroes Association? More than a dozen humans slowly retreated to a dead end under the threat of dinosaurs, surrounded by walls, making them caged birds with nowhere to escape. In front of them, a 12-meter-high dinosaur weird blocked the way of escape. The weird head was as big as a lantern, with big eyes, and a wide mouth. The most frightening thing is that it has 2 rows of sharp teeth in its big mouth. The teeth are very similar to the teeth of a great white shark, sharp as a knife, and the body is relatively slim compared to other dinosaurs. Roar. The dinosaur weird approached the humans step by step, making deep roars, bell-sized eyes full of bloodshot eyes, staring at more than a dozen humans, their mouths grinning open, and the smelly mouth dripping down. Ah, help, help. They kept pushing their bodies back, crying for help. However, Early Street is relatively remote compared to other places. The heroes of the association are fighting the fire in the city center, so there is no time to take care of it. At this time, the weird siren established by the Heroes Association in the city center suddenly announced. Residents of M City, here is the real-time broadcast of the latest situation of the dinosaur monster riots in M City by the Heroes Association. King killed a tiger-level dinosaur weird 7 minutes ago. King killed a wolf-level dinosaur weird 5 minutes ago. King killed a tiger-level dinosaur weird 1 minute ago. More than 10 consecutive announcements about the death of weird people were all monopolized by King. Mr. King, the name of the strongest man with the most famous name, King, was all ringing in the ears of more than a dozen human beings. This powerful heroic title gave them hopelessness. Mr. King, yes, Mr. King will definitely come to save us. Everyone must firmly believe that Mr. King will definitely come to save us. He is the patron saint of our M City, he will definitely come to save us. A hissing shout suddenly erupted from the crowd, as if the louder the shout, King would hear his call for help and rushed to rescue him. Mr. King, everyone was stunned, will he come to save us? We only complained to him yesterday. Yes, he will. With Mr. King's bearing, he will definitely not care about us, he will forgive us, he will come to save us, he will come. The person who screamed out firmly believed that the king would come to rescue them, perhaps only in this way, would they not be desperate, would not give up to survive, and would stubbornly deal with the weird people to the end, waiting for the king or other heroes to come to rescue. Yes, King will come to save me, and he will definitely come to save us. Yes, Mr. King will definitely come to save us. Wasn't it the same before? Whenever we are facing desperate despair, Mr. King will come out to save us. I believe this time will be no exception. He has not given up on us, he will come. They may not think that King will come at all in their hearts, but when facing death, they cling to the last straw and let themselves have a glimmer of hope for continued survival. Yes, Mr. King will definitely come. Let us shout Mr. King's name, and he will definitely hear our call for help and rush over. King. The only a dozen remaining human beings yelled, King, in unison, and it was better than one. They shouted hysterically, they shouted with all their strength, calling the name that gave them hope, King. They firmly believed that the man, the strongest man on the surface would, definitely come to rescue them. Roar. The dinosaur weird seemed to be irritated by the loud noise of the crowd calling for help, and roared low and dashed towards them. Ah! Help! King! 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 In times of crisis, some people cried for father and mother, others insisted on shouting for king, and some even fainted because they couldn't bear the stimulus. Bick, hurry up, this weirdo to me, don't let the bald head take it away. At this time, King suddenly roared anxiously from the air. More than 10 minutes ago. Ding, congratulations to host for acquiring a 2-star monster card Denon. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Heavy Claw Dragon. Ding, congratulations to host for obtaining a 2-star monster card Scythe Dragon. Along the way, King Wong Feng received a few more freak cards. However, collecting more freak cards did not make him happy, but made him depressed, because every time he rushed to the freak scene, the freak had already died. Kay didn't get the corresponding experience value from it at all. A punch. When he rushed to the next dinosaur monster scene again, he found that the dinosaur monster similar to the Carnotaurus was also dead. He frowned and stared at the sunken head of the dinosaur monster. There were obvious fist marks on the wound. This, won't Saitama do it? He was thoughtful. Saitama is very interested in doing heroes. After seeing weirdos on TV, we always set out to go to places where weird raged to destroy weirs. Now M City has been invaded by dinosaur weirdos, and he must have gone to major cities. On the Weird News channel, Saitama estimated that he also saw the relevant news, so it is normal that he would rush over to kill the monsters. If it were the usual, he would be very happy to pick up cards behind Saitama's butt, but he is now taking Bic to upgrade, so there is no time to pick up cards. Pick, hurry up, Saitama has taken action. If you don't hurry, the daylily will be cold for a while. King greeted Piccolo and took the lead to go to the nearest location in the cell phone weird information. However, he was a step late in the end. When he and Piccolo arrived, the weird man had died. The death was very tragic. The head burst and the entire dinosaur body fell. In the ruins of tall buildings. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Wild Dragon. Another step ahead by Saitama. King was upset in his heart, stopped talking nonsense, and led Piccolo to the other weird scene quickly. Well, it's too late again. Saitama, you let me go the next weirdo and let me come. Oh, Bald, this is my place, stop messing around. He followed the trail of the weird all the way, however, wherever he went, he would always be a dead weird, and he would be blown to the ground with one punch, completely without the ability to resist. After Sichi made a real-time text broadcast on the hero's elimination of the weirdos, the weird alarm siren established by the Heroes Association in the city center continued to broadcast. Residents of M City, here is the real-time broadcast of the latest situation of the dinosaur monster riots in M City by the Heroes Association. King killed a tiger-level dinosaur weird 7 minutes ago. King killed a wolf-level dinosaur weird 5 minutes ago. King killed a tiger-level dinosaur weird 1 minute ago. More than 10 consecutive announcements about the death of weird people were all monopolized by King. Attention residents of City M, and residents of City M. The Heroes Association has notified urgently that a tiger-level weird appears on Release Street in M City. The Heroes Association is currently dispatching heroes to eliminate the weird. Before the weird, please stay away from Release Street. Go to the refuge to escape. Of course, the weird alarm is still broadcasting all kinds of weird information normally. Quote. King was annoyed by Saitama's robbing him of a weird person. He suddenly heard the association's announcement. He was startled and couldn't help but happy. Saitama, you are a dead bald robbing me of a weirdo. It is fair to take credit for you. Ah, Saitama walked out annoyedly from the alleyway of the building and looked at the surrounding buildings in confusion. After seeing King and Pick, his eyes lit up and asked loudly, "Hello, do you know how to get to Early Street?" King heard the sound and turned his head and looked over, and saw Saitama coming over with a blind eye. Saitama. Ha, this guy didn't go to the next weird scene. Doesn't know the way. Well, good opportunity. His eyes lit up, and the thought of deceiving Saitama to leave has arisen in his heart. He is. Piccolo, who was running around by the king, took a breath and heard Saitama's call. He felt that the voice was very familiar. He looked up and his pupils shrank in an instant, his bald head like a salted egg, and the khaki-colored Superman suit with low exploded white tablecloth cloak, red household dishwashing gloves and red plastic rain boots. The memory of the old vaccine man quickly flooded into Piccolo's mind, causing it to breathe sharply, his fists clenched, his eyes red, and he stared at Saitama. Ha, he is. The murderer who killed his father, that bitter egg. Quack. Its fists were too tightly clenched, and the joints made a sound of sore teeth, and there was a strong urge to rush to kill Saitama. Well, King heard Piccolo's rapid breathing and glanced at Piccolo in doubt, and sighed in his heart. Alas, he was going to raise a powerful pet with a costume river crab, but he didn't expect the system to be tricked. The potential pets are deceived and deceived. The vaccination people of the past are prestigious, and the current vaccine people are sluggish, and they will panic like this after running a few steps. It is so weak that I feel uncomfortable. No, it must be upgraded as soon as possible. It protects me, but I am protecting it right now, and I have to take pains to upgrade it, completely losing the previous chic life, tired. It's just that the pets of your choice must go on no matter how hard you are, no matter how tired you are. Oh, Early Street is over there. While thinking, King pointed Saitama in a direction, and then, ignoring his doubts, Saitama ran towards Early Street with Piccolo. Bick, don't delay, go quickly and go to the level. Just when Piccolo couldn't help rushing over to Saitama, King gave an order to help him give up his revenge, staring at Saitama through the lowly suit, and, reluctantly, following King to Early Street. Ah, that was just underwear, right? Saitama glanced suspiciously at King's back, shook his head, and rushed towards King's direction. The weirdo waited for me, to execute justice. Roar. King took Piccolo to Early Street and heard the weird roar from a distance. He was refreshed. The weird man was still alive. It was great. Piccolo did not run away. The dead bald man Saitama was counted. Bick, hurry up, this weirdo to me, don't let the bald head take it away. Anxiously, he subconsciously called Piccolo to pick up the weirdo, ignoring Piccolo is just a little wolf-level pet baby, and where he has done the big guy in front. Yes, Piccolo couldn't defy King's order. Even if he knew that he couldn't beat the dinosaur weird like a great white shark in front of him, he could only bite the bullet and rush forward. Explosive energy bomb. It directly started its own leapfrog battle with an energy bomb. King, is that Mr. King? Great, Mr. King is here to save us. I said Mr. King will definitely come to save us. He has never given up on us. The people heard the sound of the battle and looked at it with trepidation. However, they were pleasantly surprised to find that the king was floating in midair watching the battle underneath, and the dinosaur monster who was chasing them was fighting with a loli. No matter what, if Mr. King is here, the dinosaurs will definitely not live long. They are finally saved. Their tight body suddenly relaxes and sits paralyzed under the wall, all with a surviving expression. Boom. The people safely handed the battle to the king, and King also handed the battle to Piccolo. However, Piccolo was not the opponent of the dinosaur weirdo at all. The energy bomb could not break the defense and was pressed by the dinosaur weirdo step by step. When King saw that the situation was wrong, he immediately noticed that he had done something wrong, and then he glanced at the people under the corner not far away, and he was suddenly shocked. Bick, stop pestering the weird person, lead the weird person elsewhere, I will get out and clean it up. He was afraid that his energy bomb would accidentally injure the people, so he simply asked Piccolo to lead the weirdo to other remote places, and then use the energy bomb to slowly consume the weirdo. Mr. King is afraid of hurting us by accident. Woo, I really want to cry. We were still complaining to Mr. King before, but he did not blame us at all. When the weird came, he still actively eliminated the weird and protected the incompetent as Mr. King. Mr. King, I'm sorry. Mr. King, I'm sorry for you too. The people cried and yelled, saying I'm sorry King, King you will always be my idol and the words that touch everyone's hearts. However, King did not hear the cries of the people at all. He had already followed the tail of the dinosaur weird. Piccolo led the monster in front, and at the same time looked for a place where he could fight with confidence. Ha, this is weird. Suddenly, a familiar voice came into King's ear. It was the voice of Saitama. His eyes widened and he couldn't help shouting, "Saitama, you're dead bald, let go of Kuiran and let me." Boom! A sound like a bomb exploded, and the head of the dinosaur weird chasing Piccolo instantly smashed open like a watermelon. His brain was overflowing, and the minced meat was spilled on the floor. The sound fell decadently on the street. From beginning to end, there was no time to let out a scream before death. My weirdo. King stared at the weird man with a broken head in amazement, crying without tears. The experience monster he found for Piccolo was snatched by Saitama again. "Saitama, I want to kill you." He vented his depression by shouting angrily at the bored-faced Saitama. However, what he vented was a command that pleased him in Bix's ears. This way of fighting, this weird way of death. Piccolo stopped running and stared blankly at the minced meat that fell on the ground. The memory that made him frightened and resentful. His father was beaten to death by that man in this way. Killing the father's hatred is not shared. I want to kill him. It breathed heavily and stared at the disappointed Saitama. The hatred and anger in its heart occupied its mind, causing its body to tremble slightly, and its fists could not help but squeeze. The energy in the body was gathering, ready to attack at any time. Under King's unconsciously specious command, it grinned cruelly, its body suddenly enlarged, bursting into the lowly suit, and it stretched out its hands and aimed at Saitama, yelling, "Bald head, go to hell." Explosion. Energy bomb. Call out. An energy projectile the size of a golf ball blasted towards the startled Saitama. "Hey, there is another weirdo. Well, kill." Saitama heard the sound and looked at Piccolo with his dead fish eyes hanging sideways. His expression instantly changed from dazed to fierce. His body shook slightly, and suddenly disappeared from King and Piccolo's sight. When he appeared, he was already in front of Piccolo. The palm of his red dishwashing glove was squeezed into a fist, and he slammed past the shocked Piccolo. "Ding, the system has detected host's pet. The vaccine person has died. Does host resurrect the pet?" King has been in a state of being trapped, and has not reacted to the development of the situation from beginning to end. The experience monster he has worked so hard to bring out to be upgraded by Piccolo is robbed by Saitama. Piccolo attacked Saitama inexplicably. Saitama did not hesitate. The counterattack blasted Piccolo, and the system directly prompted Piccolo to be dead. "Do you want to revive it?" Is this a movie? The plot is full of suspense. He looked dumbfounded at Piccolo, who had become a pile of minced meat, and then at Saitama, who was about to leave, slapped his ass, and shouted, "Dead bald, you stop me. Paralyzed, kill my pet at will. Do you want to leave?" Someone called me. Saitama looked back suspiciously, and saw King floating in the air. "Hey, you are that underwear." Quote. The black line on King's forehead instantly dripped, and he pointed at Saitama out of anger and said, "Are you a braised egg?" Saitama pointed to the 3 scars on King's left face again. "You are 3-scar underwear." King angrily said, "You are bald." Don't you want to change the subject? I ask you, how can you kill my pet at will? Although Piccolo took the initiative to attack you, you wouldn't kill it, right? Saitama scratched his face with his fingers, and said in confusion, "I didn't kill your pets. I only kill weirdos. I never kill little guys like cats or dogs." "Well, you should have made a mistake, your family. I certainly did not kill the pet." King pointed to Piccolo's pile of minced meat and snorted, "Now, the corpse of my pet is still here. Speaking of which, not only did you kill it, it was a cruel corpse." This weird is your pet." Saitama widened her eyes and looked at King in surprise. "You actually keep the weird as a pet? Are you not afraid of it?" King said badly, "Which pet owner do you see is afraid of keeping pets?" But it was the first to attack me." Saitama frowned. "It's wrong for pets to attack passers-by. If you bite passers-by, you will lose money. Well, besides, you won't pay for pets. It's wearing an iron chain. It's extremely dangerous. You see, it's about to bite me just now. For this, of course I have to fight it back. I didn't expect it to be killed. I didn't mean to kill it so quickly." Quote. The corner of King's mouth twitched and he was weak. "Okay, I didn't put a chain on the dangerous pet. It was my fault. Pikik attacked you first and we didn't care. Furthermore, when the hero saw the weird, the first reaction was to kill. And Piccolo attacked you first without knowing it. You killed it. It seems that I have nothing to say. Hey, summing it up, how come you find that Saitama is right at all? Of course, if Piccolo is really dead, even if it is unreasonable, he has to talk to Saitama and say that now that the system has a resurrection mechanism, then there is no need to stalk. However, if you lose, you can lose in battle, but you can't lose in momentum. He stared at Saitama and solemnly said, Saitama, today's matter will be revealed for the time being, but what I want to tell you is that one day, there will be a battle between you and me. At that time, it will be life or death. Well, make a ruthless word, be strong and prestigious. Ha, Saitama looked at King in amazement. This man, is it a neurosis? Well, I don't want to fight with you, it's too much trouble. Saitama scratched his face with his fingers, and said, I'm here to destroy the weirdo, but I don't have time to fight with you. I didn't say I want to fight with you now. King put on his cap and lifted it slightly, revealing a meaningful look. However, sooner or later, you and I will have a fight. At that time, I will torture you. Not sure about the southeast, northwest. Hey, Saitama, when you and I are really familiar, you will taste the fear of being dominated by me in the game. It doesn't matter, I couldn't distinguish the north, south, east and west. Saitama looked casual and walked away. King stared at the leaving figure of Saitama. His mouth twitched. Saitama, today's atmosphere is not suitable for formal acquaintance, wait for the next time. Anyway, there are so many bonds between you and me, sooner or later we will really know each other, but I hope to see each other next time. Stop calling each other underpants and broiled eggs, it makes me so shameless. Ding, congratulations to host for getting a 2-star monster card Karcharon. He casually touched the body of a strange man, and at the same time asked the system to resurrect Piccolo. Ding, the system has accommodated dead pets, countdown to resurrection, 47 days. The countdown begins, 46 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Quote. King smiled helplessly, this resurrection time is so long. Attention to residents of City M, and to residents of City M. The Heroes Association has notified urgently that ghost-level weirdos have appeared on the streets of Fucheng in City M. The Heroes Association is currently dispatching heroes to eliminate weirdos. Please stay away from the streets of Fucheng before weirs are eliminated. Go to the evacuation shelter as soon as possible. Ha, ghost-level weirdo. King was slightly startled, and quickly lost towards the streets of Fucheng. Saitama, wait for me, I'll pick it up. M City. Boom. A heavy impact sounded in the street. Humanity is really weak. Ha, it sounds ridiculous, I was once one of you in the weak, but, Tusk, the doctor gave me a new life, giving me a powerful force, the strength to destroy everything, unmatched defense. The world will eventually be ruled by our dinosaurs, you humans, are outdated, and it's time to be eliminated by nature. On the street stood a dinosaur weird 8 or 9 meters high. The weird's body was covered with armor-like carapace scales, deeply embedded in the skin. At the same time, it had a huge vertebral tail full of thorns. The hammer-like fleshy ball, the entire vertebral tail looks like a soft mace. These two obvious characteristics make it more defensive and full of offensive power. Ahem, want to destroy mankind? Humph, we wouldn't agree. Under a collapsed store, the Raiden boy tried to push away the rocks, crawled out of the rubble, and swayed to face the dinosaur weird. He wiped his bloody face and stared at the dinosaur weird, to be extinct. Humans, please step over my corpse first. Hey, are you a hero of the Association of Heroes? I have heard of you and idolized you before, but when I got strong strength from the doctor, I discovered that your hero is weak, vulnerable. Quote. The dinosaur weird snorted, and the giant vertebral tail slammed into the Thunder Boy like a swinging sledgehammer. Boom, puff, the Thunder Boy couldn't dodge, and he blocked it with an electric baton. In an instant, his internal organs vibrated, and blood was vomiting wildly in his mouth, like a fountain, drawing a bright arc in the air, and his body flew upside down and hit the glass cabinet of a nearby shop. The powerful impact directly made him penetrate the whole piece of glass and fell into the shop. This guy definitely has the power of a ghost-level monster. This information must be sent to the association. After the dinosaur weird flicked his tail slightly, he found that the Raiden boy had no response in the shop for a long time. He mocked and laughed, hee hee, even as a hero of the human elite, he can't help but feel weak. Human beings are really fragile, such a fragile race. How to live in this world? Ha, ha, humans, not as weak as you think. An angry roar from Raiden Boy came from the shop. To stop it, we must stop it and wait for the support of the association. In the short time he fell on the shop floor, he had already sent a message for help to the headquarters of the association. I believe the association will soon announce the ghost-level information of the weird person in front of him. At that time, more powerful heroes will definitely come and take part in the eradication. The weird action, before that, he must do his best to prevent the weird from destroying and killing humans. Unexpectedly, you are not dead. What are you yelling at a weak chicken that can't even take a single blow to me? Are you looking for death? Oh, if I were you, I would lie there obediently, at least can survive, but you will actually stand up again. Tusk, really stupid, or, are you heroes all rough men with well-developed limbs and simple minds? The dinosaur weird turned his eyes slightly, looking mockingly at the bloody Thunder Boy. Shut up, you are not allowed to insult the Werdero. The Thunder Boy's anger went through his whole body. He bit his teeth and stared at the dinosaur weird. The mission of the hero is to stop you weirdos and protect ordinary people from hurt. It is because of such a great mission that we become strong. You can defeat me, but you can't look down on the hero. Cut, I don't know what to say. The dinosaur geek sneered, hero's mission. Oh, it sounds great, but what about it? Can you stop me? Obviously you can escape, but for the inexplicable duty it's ridiculous to stay and die. The Raiden Boy swayed and moved forward with difficulty, once again stopped in front of the dinosaur weird, holding the electric baton tightly, staring at the weird. Mr. King said, if the hero escapes, then who will fight? It turns out that you have also seen Wylong ads. Ha, very spirited words, but I don't have so much time to play with you. Get out. The dinosaur weird looked at the Thunder Boy swinging like catkins, and swept the vertebral tail again impatiently. The Thunder Boy's eyes widened and he was determined to fight back. However, his body was too badly injured and he could not keep up with his thinking. His body didn't even react to the blow, and he ate the strange man's attack abruptly. With a loud bang, blood flew across, and the Thunder Boy fell down again. The dinosaur geek looked at the Thunder and Lightning Boy who was bursting and bleeding, and sneered, I will go ahead and kill humans, so what? You. Can continue to stop me. Hey, the hero. Not necessarily to stop you, but to stand here to stop you. Suddenly, there was a faint word in the air. The dinosaur weird quickly turned his head and looked into the air, and saw a figure floating in the air, with a blonde face with Chinese characters, 3 scars on the top and bottom of his left eye, his face expressionless, with extraordinary aura. Who are you? Are you also a hero? He is, King. Raiden's vision was a bit blurred. Although he didn't see clearly, Wang Feng's blonde hair was still so conspicuous. He recognized Wang Feng's identity at a glance, and his heart relaxed. A smile bloomed on the blood-filled face. That is the strongest man on the surface, and at the same time my idol. Mr. King, I will ask you to eliminate the weirdo. I'm a bit tired and want to sleep. The Raiden Boy grinned and his body slowly fell. Saitama, who also rushed over, hugged the Raiden Boy, and whispered, "Ah, boy. Leave the following things to me." Who is talking? Mr. King. No, Mr. King is not such a voice. Oh, I see, it must be the weird pet raised by Mr. King. King Clone Justice Weird. With a smile on his mouth, Raiden Boy passed out into a coma. City A. Association Headquarters. Beep, beep. Originally, after eliminating most of the dinosaur monsters, the battle room has gradually calmed down. However, 10 minutes ago, a panic phone broke the silence. Report Minister, Professor Hammond's Dinosaur Research Institute has been razed to the ground. Professor Hammond and all the members of the institute have disappeared. We found in the ruins, we found defective upgraded dinosaurs, they are all transformed from strong humans, and we have also found records of the upgraded experiments related to dinosaurs. What? Sichi was shocked. Professor Hammond's Research Institute found that dinosaurs were upgraded defective. The news was really shocking, and there was almost no need to guess. It is completely certain that Hammond's Dinosaur Research Institute is studying and experimenting with humans. upgraded to dinosaurs, and these dinosaurs who suddenly appeared on the streets of M-City are probably the test products that escaped from the research institute. What the hell is that old Hammond doing? How could he study such dangerous illegal species? He hugged his head and said bitterly, "It is said that he is very obsessed with dinosaurs. In order to study precious dinosaur fossils and related materials, he often eats and sleeps. Sleepless at night, reaching the point of forgetting to sleep and eat. I used to think that he was just a stubborn dinosaur fan. Now it seems that this old guy has always had the terrible idea of resurrecting dinosaurs, and what is even more terrifying is that this old man has the ability and has truly realized it. My dream, use a special method to release those reptiles from ancient times. My God, I really want to strangle this old immortal. Oh no, this old guy probably has been killed by his ounzins, maybe it has become a ration for those reptiles, bah, deserve it. Wait, that old undead is a dinosaur fan. All his life savings have been used to buy dinosaur fossils. Where did the funds come from to start such a huge dinosaur genetic modification experiment? Is there someone else behind it that is manipulating everything?" Quote. Sick was shocked by the discovery of the Hammond Dinosaur Research Institute. After half a while, his expression changed and he thought of a key question. Where did Hammond get the money to study the dinosaurs? Check. Immediately investigate Hammond's past financial transactions. This kind of thing is terrible. Someone actually supports a dangerous genetic research project like dinosaurs. He ordered furiously, in the heads of the rich is it all shit. Report to the minister, all major discoveries in dinosaur research. The staff of the association who went to the Dinosaur Research Institute to find Hammond stammered and reported. It was published in the experimental record of the Research Institute. It was discovered, Professor Hammond also accepted the dinosaur-human gene experiment, and it was the Tyrannosaurus rex gene. The old immortal also participated in the dinosaur genetic modification experiment. CIC was surprised, but thinking about it, it seems normal to turn himself into a dinosaur based on Hammond's obsession with dinosaurs. That guy will be beheaded by the hero after being upgraded, right? He thought of a possibility that Hammond would experiment with his own body, and then the dinosaur genetic modification project must have been sufficiently certain. Hammond may have successfully upgraded to become a dinosaur, but he may have died a long time ago. In the hands of the hero. Minister, another major discovery. Quote. Sichi was furious. Can you guys read all the experimental records and report them all at once? Is this intermittent report trying to scare me to death? Well, every time he listens to a report, countless speculations arise in his heart. Such intermittent reports really make him tired. Yes, Minister, I found in the experimental record that only 5 finished products of the dinosaur genetic modification project were successfully tested, and the other dinosaurs were all defective products. Only 5 succeeded. Ziki was surprised. So far, according to statistics, the number of dinosaur weirdos in M-City has reached more than 40. According to the record book, almost all of these 40 weird people are defective. How can the finished dinosaurs be distinguished? Yes, Minister, the record book says that there are 50 people in the experiment. Only 5 people have fully inherited the body and strength of the dinosaurs, but also retain the wisdom of humans. The dinosaur genes of these 5 people are Velociraptor, Fengtian Pterosaur, and Alien. Tron, Ankylosaurus, Earthquake Dragon. Sick raised his brows and immediately asked Maria, who was in charge of the stranger's information. Maria, immediately check whether there are 5 dinosaur images similar to Velociraptor, Fengtian Pterosaur, Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Seismosaurus. Dinosaurs. By the way, check if there are any Tyrannosaurus rex monsters by the way. For Hammond, a crazy dinosaur fan, he was vaguely disturbed, not sure if Hammond died in the hands of the hero. Yes. Maria immediately operated the computer to retrieve the latest collected dinosaur information. After a while, she said loudly, Minister, so far, the 6 dinosaurs you mentioned have not been found. No, Ziki's face sank. Look for those finished dinosaurs and Hammond's Tyrannosaurus dinosaurs as soon as possible. These inferior products all possess the strength of tiger-wolf level weirdos. Isn't it possible for the finished product to have the strength of ghost level or even dragon level weirdos? I thought that there might be 5 weird people above the ghost level lurking in M-City, and there is also the old undead hidden danger of Hammond. Siki's scalp was a little numb, immediately entrust the trembling tornado to M City for rescue. Ah, that, Minister, isn't it good? Collison, who has been on standby, hesitated. M City has always been a protected area for the king. Will it cause other S-rank heroes to go to destroy the weird rashly? King's misunderstanding, think we don't trust his strength. It's okay, King's attitude is extraordinary, and he doesn't care about these little things. Zeke shook his hand. You just do as I tell you. If you ask questions afterwards, I will do my best. Yes, Minister. Coulson led the turn and left the war room, and went to the tornado's rest room to give a notice. Beep. Just as Sick was angry about the Hammond Dinosaur Research Institute, Maria suddenly received a major news. She hurriedly got up and reported to Sick. Minister, Raiden Guy sent a message for help. Dinosaur, wearing heavy scale armor, amazing defense, and different from other bloodthirsty dinosaurs without IQ, it possesses human wisdom and rationality, retains the memories of past humans, and its behavior is completely human-like. Said to be a human being in dinosaur skin, according to Raiden Kid's guess, that dinosaur may be a ghost-level weird disaster. A smart dinosaur in heavy armor. Zeke frowned. That's right, it is definitely an Ankylosaurus dinosaur among the 5 finished dinosaurs, Maria, who will announce it as a ghost-level monster, and notify it as soon as possible. Go to the streets of Fucheng and King and M City to destroy the Ankylosaurus. Yes, Minister. Hey, 2 more reptiles are here. The dinosaur weird looked at King, who was floating in the air. Quote. King raised his brows. Hey, he provokes the 2 strongest men in the world at the same time. Who gave you the courage? Is it Liang Jingru? I am a dinosaur who has evolved from a human elite to a terrifying Ankylosaurus. The scales on my body are extremely heavy and hard. Even if it is a rocket cannon, don't even want to hurt my hair. But the invincible Ankylosaurus, the future one of the admiral who helped the doctor rule the world. Ankylosaurus glanced at the unresponsive King and Saitama, furious. You 2 guys actually don't have a trace of awe for me, you stupid humans. He angrily swept the sledgehammer-like Shio toward the 100-meter-high building next to him. With a bang, the waist of the 100-meter building was forcibly swept away. The building had no pillars, and quickly collapsed like building blocks. Broken into chaotic slabs. Large swaths of dust shook up on the ground. Looking from a distance, it was like a mushroom cloud rising up. Tisk tusk. This power definitely has the disaster strength of a ghost-level weirdo. After seeing the destructive power of Ankylosaurus, King exclaimed. According to the strength of Ankylosaurus, as long as it is rampant for a long time, M City will definitely be destroyed. Go to hell, you 2 ants. The Ankylosaurus sturdily swept towards Saitama. Boom. With a punch, minced meat flew all over the sky, and Ankylosaurus successfully took the box of lunch and squatted to eat in a corner of hell. Saitama shook his gloves and frowned slightly and complained, I have to wash my gloves again when I go home. Quote. King looked at the pile of minced meat, his face was speechless. He knew that Saitama was strong. He didn't expect to be pervert like a weirdo. In the blink of an eye, the self-proclaimed defensive Ankylosaurus became a pile of rotten meat, scattered everywhere. Yes, alas, I don't know how to be considerate of the hard work of the cleaning aunts. Ding, there are convertible monster cards nearby, please go to the host to convert. The prompt sound of the system sounds timely. King lowered himself and touched the minced meat. Ding, congratulations to host for acquiring a 3-star freak card Ankylosaurus. Sure enough, he is a ghost-level disaster weirdo. According to the qualitative nature of the system, the 3-star weirdo corresponds to the ghost-level weirdo. Of course, this is his guess, because the vaccine person was originally rated as the ghost-level weird by the association, but the system gave a 4-star weird evaluation. Therefore, the system's comprehensive evaluation of eccentrics and the Heroes Association's comprehensive evaluation of eccentrics are not the same thing. Both have their own considerations. Jingle bell. Just as King was curious about the system's weird evaluation method, the phone ringing in Kabuto continued to ring suddenly. Hey, I'm King, who are you? The association. Oh, something is looking for me. Entrust me to destroy the ghost-level weird in Fucheng Street. Oh, don't use it to pick me up, I'm in Fucheng Street, besides, that ghost-level weird is already death. No, I didn't kill it, it was a man named Sake. You understand. What do you understand? I haven't finished what I said. Why do you thank me for my outstanding contribution to M-City? I said weird I killed, you made a mistake, I am not humble, the one who killed the weirdo was called. Do you understand again? King was patient and prepared to explain things clearly. However, whenever he said that the weird man was not he killed, Ziki who answered the phone always said, I understand, I know, I understand you. Cut him off, and after several consecutive times, he hung up the phone in a fit of anger. Saitama, don't go, ask you something. After he hung up the phone, seeing Saitama barely shake off his gloves and prepare to leave, he hurriedly stopped and asked, what do you usually lack? Alas, this time I will definitely take Saitama's credit again. I'm a bit embarrassed, but I can't say it clearly. I can only send him some urgently needed items as a thank you afterwards. Saitama replied subconsciously, lack of hair. What? King fixedly stared at Saitama's bald head, and suddenly realized, yes, your lack of land is so obvious, but I just turned a blind eye. After Saitama said it, he immediately felt wrong, scratched his face, and changed his words, oh, I mean I am missing a suite. No, I own all the houses in the no man's land in City Z. There are villas, apartments, small buildings, and an unused cemetery. He doesn't actually lack houses to live in. Saitama, I understand your suffering, rest assured, I already know your needs. King gave Saitama a look of, I understand, I know you, and he began to wonder what gift to send to Saitama to give him water. Well, this looks good. City A. Association Headquarters War Room. What? The ghost level weirdo was wiped out by Mr. King. Great, let me just say, there is Mr. King in M-City, where is the weird person rampant? You see, the weird person was killed by Mr. King not long after he appeared. Long live King, Mr. King really is the strongest man on the surface, and killing monsters is not at all ambiguous. After Ziki told the staff in the war room that the ghost level weird had been eliminated by the king, everyone immediately celebrated. For the association, the god level weirdo does not exist, and the dragon level weirdo is hard to come across in 10,000 years, so ghosts grade level weirdos are relatively powerful weirdos that appear more frequently and are extremely harmful. The association is often troubled by the elimination of ghost level weirdos. The S-level heroes were originally established because of the existence of ghost-level weirdos, which are specially used to eliminate ghosts. Weird people of level and above. Therefore, the elimination of a ghost-level monster is a great victory for the association, and it is worthy of everyone's joy and celebration. Maria immediately spread the news of King's elimination of ghost-level weirdos around the world in the form of a broadcast. After Ziki waited for the staff to be quiet, he immediately gave an order to publicize the King's record. One was to wash the black spots of raising weird people for King, and the other was to stabilize the hearts of the people, and the third was naturally to help the association improve its reputation and consolidate the people. Trust. Yes, Minister. Maria takes the order. Hey, sick, have you spotted a dragon-level weirdo? The tornado floated into the war room, I'm done. If it's not a dragon-level weirdo, I won't make a move. Humph. Those ghost-level weirdos, other S-level guys can also solve it, why bother me every time? Really, have you raised those pigs for nothing? Tornado, great, you are finally here. Sichi saw the complaining tornado, his eyes lit up, and he was overjoyed. Tornado, there are a large number of dinosaur weirdos in M-City, and urgent support is needed. I hope I can rush to M-City as soon as possible to help King and work together to eliminate all dinosaur monsters. Let me support City M. When the tornado heard that it was City M where King was located, he immediately became interested. Why didn't King actually solve those little reptiles? I'm so ridiculous, he is still known as the strongest man, what? Well, even a few little reptiles can't be solved. Is he worthy to be the strongest man? Just call the strongest bragging. That, tornado, Mr. King just killed a ghost-level weirdo. Ziki didn't refute Tornado's words, but hit the nail on the tornado's death hole. It is understood that there are still 4 ghosts in M-City. One of the weird people above level the 1st of May have the calamity power to become a dragon-level weird person. Tornado argued all day for him to help upgrade the ghost level weirdo to dragon level. Although he did not know why, he knew that Tornado was eager to kill the dragon level weird, so he lied and said that there might be dragons in M City. Grade weird. In fact, according to his original estimate, the 5 finished dinosaurs only had the strength of ghost level disasters at most, and did not have the conditions and time to become dragon level. What? A weird person in M City may become a dragon class? Tornado yelled, why didn't you say it earlier? Don't be one step ahead by the smelly king. The green glow on her body flashed and flew out, while leaving a long sentence, Zeke, get me the plane to M City. Remember, you want the fastest sonic plane, don't fool with those broken planes. Me, otherwise I will come back and smash the headquarters. Quote. Seeing the raging tornado, the personnel in the combat room were speechless. This eldest lady is so sturdy. L City, seaside. On the beach stood 2 men, one of whom was older, wearing a white coat, with silver hair, an old face, wrinkled furrows, and his eyes full of wisdom and fanaticism. The other man was relatively young, in his 20s, with excitement and hesitation on his green face. Ha sighed, go, the ocean is your future home. After you become a real mosasaur, the entire sea area will become your back garden for you to gallop. The old man looked at the young man lovingly, you like the ocean. Now the opportunity is here. As long as you knock down the dinosaur gene injection, you can immediately become the ancient ocean overlord mosasaur. At that time, all marine life will be at your disposal and swallowed, and you will become a new one. The Lord of the Ocean Sea Emperor. The young man hesitated, Dad, I am a little bit reluctant to bear you. Boys have aspirations in all directions. Besides, you and me will not miss each other in the future. After your dad becomes a Tyrannosaurus Rex and dominates the land, we will turn this beach into a place where you and I meet. At that time you can meet with Tenton, there is nothing to be willing to give up. The old man calmed the young man's anxious heart, go ahead, you realize the key to your dream of owning the ocean. Dad has given you the key to it. The rest is up to you. I believe that my son will not let me down. Dad, don't worry, it won't be long before I will become the true master of the ocean. At that time, I will come back to find you. But you must be on time for the appointment. The young man walked towards the ocean step by step. During the period, he kept turning back and reluctantly. Finally, under the wave of the old man, he jumped resolutely and plunged into the ocean. Roar. After half a while, a beast roar like thunder came from under the ocean, and the calm sea suddenly waved up and down, and the turbulent waves hit the shore, like a tsunami. Wow. After a short while, an ancient giant beast broke out of the sea, and its entire body emerged like a dolphin jumping on the surface of the sea. Its body was a long barrel, about 20 meters long, with fin-shaped limbs, stubby and powerful, and its tail. Reaching half its length, it is a wide and flat vertical paddle. There are expanded bony vertebrae on the top and bottom of the tail vertebrae. It is very strong and looks like a giant crocodile with flippers as a whole. Swimming in the sea is as terrifying as Sahuan's sperm whale. Father, wait for me. The old man waved goodbye to his son who was far away. Ha sighed, come on, the ocean will definitely be your world. Here is the report of the Heroes Association. It is a real-time broadcast of the dinosaur riots in M City. I will tell you the good news. The ghost-level weirdo that appeared 3 minutes ago, Ankylosaurus, has been successfully eliminated by the king. At the same time, most of the weirdos in M City it is also dead, and only a few dinosaurs are left to resist. We firmly believe that under the leadership of the strongest man on the surface, the heroes of M City will quickly wipe out the remaining dinosaurs, and then we will continue. To broadcast relevant news, please be patient and wait for our good news. The dinosaur riot in M City has attracted worldwide attention. In the 3 years since the establishment of the Heroes Association, there has never been such a large-scale occurrence of weird people. On this day, the dinosaurs invaded M as if they appeared out of thin air. City, raging destruction on the streets of M City, creating panic and causing great anxiety to the people of the world. As soon as the announcement of the Heroes Association came out, people all over the world cheered. Yeah, I said that there is a king. Even if it is a god-level weird that has never appeared before, it can't be arrogant. Wow, that's an exaggeration. It's not an exaggeration at all. We just need to know that King is the strongest man in the world, and our strongest umbrella will do. If there are weird people, look for King, there is nothing wrong with it. On the streets of major cities, everyone was enthusiastically discussing topics related to King. This broadcast of the association gave King a great reputation, and made countless young people worship King, and countless girls embraced King. In short, everyone remembered the powerful King, but chose to forget the King who raised the weirdo. It can be said that the purpose of the association's announcement has been basically achieved. L City. On the beach, Hammond gazed with relief at the sea that was gradually calming down. After all, his son Ha-Side chose to ride the sea and travel freely. Hack-eyed, we will meet soon, father and son. He never doubted that the two would never see each other again after this separation. According to his plan, he reorganized the ancient dinosaur family on the land, allowing all the dinosaurs to descend on the earth again, recreating the glory that fascinated him deeply. Jurassic. He has no ambition to rule the world, but simply wants to form his beloved dinosaur family and live happily on land together. However, human beings will not allow other species to threaten their survival, and will certainly do everything possible to obstruct and kill the dinosaurs. Therefore, in order for the dinosaurs to come again, we must rule the world, so that the world is only dinosaur people, and not those ignorant humans. This is the latest report of the Association of Heroes. 3 minutes ago, King successfully killed the ghost-level weird Ankylosaurus and once again saved the city from fire and water. He is our great hero. Just as Hammond was thinking deeply, the Heroes Guild geek siren in downtown L broadcast a message that made him tremble. One of his only 5 dinosaurs, Ankylosaurus, was sacrificed. King is the strongest man on the surface. Your strength deeply threatens the survival of my dinosaur family. For my dream, you cannot live in the world. Hammond's old face suddenly became extremely hideous. It took him more than 50 years to successfully develop the dinosaur-human gene injection. Ankylosaurus died, he can recreate it. However, the King does not get rid of the dinosaur-human. His life is in a dangerous situation for one day. He does not allow others to kill his dear family wantonly, so King must die. Roar. He took out a needle from his pocket and stuck it in his vein. Then he roared up to the sky, and a strange change occurred on his body. One of his silver hair gradually fell off, and his skin slowly turned into scaly, thin. The body bulged up like a balloon. The body became bigger and bigger, bursting up the clothes, revealing an inexplicable fruit body. The head changed, without the human facial features, but as hideous as a beast. The body changed, no longer it is a thin human being who has become a sturdy dinosaur with a height of more than 10 meters. The palms of the hands have become sharp front paws, and the soles of the feet have become strong hind limbs with sharp claws. Hammond changed from start to finish, from a complete pervert of a human to a behemoth of dinosaurs more than 10 meters high. Ha, ha ha, I finally became a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I finally became a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Ooh, my dream, my pursuit, my persistence did not disappoint me after all. After a while, Hammond turned his head as big as a car to scan his new body. After realizing that he had indeed become the long-awaited Tyrannosaurus, he laughed wildly, and then cried again. The appearance of crying and laughing, like a child who got his beloved toy. Roar, he yelled, splayed his feet and ran on the land, wandering in L City wantonly. What high-rise buildings, what park houses, he doesn't care about them, he just wants to be a dinosaur like in decades of dreams, and then run freely on the ground. Now, he has done it. He has become the top predator of dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus Rex. This world is all under his feet. From then on, he will gallop on the ground at will, no one wants to stop him. Rumble, rumble, Hammond seemed to be crazy. He ran wildly in L City, knocked over countless tall buildings and trampled countless houses and cars along the way. In just 10 minutes, he destroyed the entire L City into a day. In the middle, he stepped on a dividing line and a dead zone abruptly, and the city of L was forcibly split into 2 sections. Residents of City L, I'm Day. City A. Association Headquarters. After Hammond turned into a Tyrannosaurus Rex and appeared in L City, the association immediately received the relevant news, and Sichi frowned. Are there dinosaurs in L City too? It's really bad news, he solemnly ordered. Said, immediately retrieve the relevant videos of City L and check the information of the dinosaurs. Yes, Maria slapped on the computer keyboard, and after a while, she took out the street video of L City. The video about the dinosaur was intercepted separately by her and put together for viewing and analysis. This dinosaur is. Zeke stared at the close-up of the dinosaur on the big screen, his pupils shrank. This is Tyrannosaurus. If it was another dinosaur, he might not know it, but Tyrannosaurus is the most famous dinosaur overlord in the dinosaur family. Almost everyone has heard of its name, and most people can recognize Hockey's body. He is. Hammond. His thinking turned rapidly. In the previous report by the staff of the association, Hammond also participated in the genetic research of dinosaurs, and it was the genetic research of Tyrannosaurus. Is the dinosaur that appeared in L City really Hammond? Why does he appear in L City instead of M City? His running route is to M City. Coelson, immediately notify the S-class hero prisoner to intercept Hammond. City L and City J are adjacent, and at the speed of a prisoner, it should be able to stop the Tyrannosaurus before it reaches City M. Yes, Minister. All inform immediately. Collison pushed his big glasses, solemnly agreed, and turned around to contact the prisoner. M City. Well, the strongest man on the surface king. Saitama also heard the association's announcement, his eyes brightened, and he squeezed his fist full of fighting spirit. Are you king? Is the surface the strongest? I can't wait to fight you heartily and happily. Quote. King looked at Saitama, who was eager to try, with cold sweat dripping on his forehead inexplicably. Big brother, stop making trouble. I am king, right in front of you. Don't you know me? Do you not watch the news on weekdays? No, you should have heard of my name after reading the NE's underwear advertisement. Well, do you remember my panties? Also, if you want to fight with me, I propose to play a game to decide the victory and defeat without hurting your temper. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Do you think what I said is reasonable? Attention to the residents of City M and to the residents of City M. The Heroes Association has notified urgently that ghost-level weirdos have been found in City L, and the ghost-level weirdos are quickly heading to City M. Please evacuate the residents of City M quickly. Whack! Saitama waved his cloak with his palm, and his face slammed, executing justice. He was taken aback, scratching his face, and looked at King embarrassingly. I'm sorry, I robbed you of the advertisement. Quote. Brother, you usually watch a lot of advertisements. Are you looking for a special supermarket? King smiled lightly. Saitama, let's cooperate. Cooperate. Saitama looked at King suspiciously, not knowing why. King nodded. Of course, the 2 of us alone form a team of heroes handsome and bald. In the future, you will work and I will do you. Ah, you are responsible for killing monsters, and I am responsible for supporting you in the rear. Don't do it. After Saitama launched the serious refusal, he strode towards L City. I won't do such troublesome things. If you kill the weirdo, I can do it all by myself. Why should I take it with me? You are a burden. Well, there is a personality, I like it. The hair lotion will be mailed to you. King quickly follows Saitama. At this time, of course, it is best to follow Saitama. At the critical moment, he can use his unique trick secret skill leak detection. J City. Stinky prison, a prison for the most wicked and wicked people. The gangsters who can enter this prison are all gangsters with a certain powerful skill, such as gangsters who rob banks empty-handed, and lunatics who can make chemical products from anywhere. Wait. Well, ghost-level weirdo. L City. Oh, I see, leave it to me. In the single cell on the 2nd floor, there was an iron bed and a TV. On the iron bed, a strong man lay on a single bent leg. The strong man had a chicken coo head, his face was full of stubble, his face was rough, and his body was covered. He was muscular and as strong as a horse. He was wearing a blue and white prisoner's uniform. At the same time, he was wearing a white t-shirt with a big red heart painted on the outside, and he was also wearing iron ball shackles on his ankles. He is the 16th S-rank hero certified by the Heroes Association, a prisoner, a gay guy, who loves to violate handsome guys the most in his life. King, I'm dangerous. Saitama. Now, I'm safe, because I was afraid that I could not help hurting innocent beautiful men, so I was voluntarily imprisoned in prison. On the one hand, he watched the wicked criminals, and on the other hand, he used the TV to find handsome criminals, and then escaped from prison to catch the criminals and return, doing some shame. Unexplainable things. Almost every criminal caught back by him will eventually be squeezed out into skin and bones, or forced to go crazy. Well, it's time to escape from prison. The prisoner hung up the phone, twisted his neck and strong arms, making a creaking joint rubbing sound. He grabbed his palms and swiped his feet. He rushed out of the cell and fell steadily from the second floor to the first floor. What's left is some non-existent special effects clean Shiratori hair. I have to say that the prisoner is a man with 50 cents special effects. Old boss. The criminals in the open space on the first floor looked at the prisoners in awe, and drew back one by one. Since the prisoners were admitted to the stinky prison, a rule has been set. All criminals who make trouble are to be punished by a deep kiss, that is was asked to have a French wet kiss with a prisoner. Under this horrible rule, all the thugs have become obedient boys. They dare not speak loudly, gasp, or make trouble at will in prison. In short, in the eyes of the prisoners, after the prisoner has arrived, the stinky guy hell has really become hell. All give me away. I want to escape from prison. The sea prisoner lay on the ground and made a 100-meter running starting position, staring at the nearly 1-meter thick steel wall, taking a deep breath, and staring at his feet, and the whole person shot out like an arrow from the string. Boom. Half a second later, a big hole was broken through the 1-meter thick steel wall, and the prisoner had escaped from the smelly prison, leaving behind a group of criminals who were accustomed to it. However, in the face of this rare opportunity to escape, the prisoners in the stinky prison have no intention to escape, because after 5 seconds, the prison's mobile guard team will arrive, and any criminals who take a step out of the prison will all be being beaten into a sieve. Unless you have the speed to run outside like a prisoner, you can only sigh with excitement. What is it? What is it? Fancy men, your dear prisoners are here again. Have you washed your butts? The prisoner ran fast on the street towards the junction of L City and M City, with a meaningful expression on his face. For him, the purpose of escape was to protect beautiful men and catch handsome guys offering rewards. As for killing weirdos, that was just by the way. Things. Come on, Angel Dash. The Shiratori's hair fell with a burst of special effects of 5 hairs, and his speed instantly doubled, sprinting at an extremely fast speed. City A. Heroes Association War Room. Jingle Bell. Hello, this is the headquarters of the Association of Heroes. What? There are 3 weird people walking together on ZU Street in M City. And the 3 weird people are more capable of talking. Can you briefly describe the 3 weird people? Does it look like? Oh, I'm listening, you continue. Maria's pretty face solemnly listened to the description of the policeman on the phone. I understand, thank you for the information. We will definitely eliminate the weird people as soon as possible, and restore the peace of the street to the past. Goodbye. After she hung up the phone, she immediately reported to Ziki. Report, Minister, some citizens reported that 3 intelligent dinosaurs were found on ZU Street in M City. 10 meters, the body is huge, and the earth will shake when walking around. A body is 7 or 8 meters long and has no obvious features. However, the other 2 dinosaurs seem to be headed by it. A wise dinosaur, a very fast dinosaur, a dinosaur that can shake the earth. Sichi narrowed his eyes and quickly analyzed the results. From a wise point of view, they must be 3 of the only 5 finished dinosaurs in the Hammond Dinosaur Research Institute. According to the characteristics you describe, one is a velociraptor known for speed, the other is a huge earthquake dragon, and the last one. His brows were slightly frowned. The last dinosaur man had no obvious characteristics and could not make a decision right away, but he could use the method of elimination. Among the 5 finished dinosaur man, Ankylosaurus, Seismosaurus, and Velociraptor could be eliminated, and the rest could be eliminated. Fengshan pterosaurs have obvious wings. If the last dinosaur was Fengshan pterosaurs, the citizens would definitely express such obvious characteristics. However, according to the citizens, the last dinosaur was ordinary and had no obvious characteristics. So, Fengshan pterodactyl can be ruled out, so only the 5 finished dinosaurs are left. Allosaurus. According to legend, the dinosaur with the highest IQ in the dinosaur family. Judging from the current situation, Allosaurus can actually lead 2 other dinosaurs of the same level to invade humans in a team, rather than arrogantly doing it alone like other ghost-level weirdos. it can be seen that Allosaurus dinosaurs are really different, generally. Maria, issue a report immediately and define Velociraptor dinosaurs, Seismosaurus dinosaurs and Allosaurus dinosaurs as ghost-level monsters. Although the three dinosaurs did not show the extent of the disaster of the ghost-level monsters, in order to attract the attention of the heroes and eliminate the dinosaurs as soon as possible, he made a special task and defined the three most threatening dinosaurs as ghost-level monsters. Yes, Minister. After Maria took the order, she immediately prepared to broadcast. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.